change from beer to coffee. I'm the healthiest person you know, so.
No, I think you're the least healthy.
No.
I had to think about it. I know somebody else that has a lot of health issues, but it's because they have genetics, but they're trying to do things about it, where you just have genetics and don't give a shit.
I gave a shit. I worked out more than anybody in this house.
No, all the other stuff.
The other
You're,
stuff.
it's the
I
like.
eat the same dinner you eat.
I know, but with you have other conditions that you just kind of let relax.
What am I supposed to do about them?
Go to the doctor.
I went to the doctor. They charged me $6 grand.
Because you put it off for years, and eventually just saying aspirin was a better doctor. And then when it all collapsed around you, you blame the system.
Well, no, when I told the doctor that I was taking aspirin, he was actually surprised that I had the stroke at all.
No, I'm not talking the stroke.
Yeah.
I'm talking before that.
When I was 20 years old.
No, the one that you were in Kentucky.
Yeah.
And you were like finally decided to get the heart stuff looked out.
Yeah.
You were that close to death. You literally were that close.
But I
to death.
literally went to the doctor in that scenario.
And you
What?
You should have been at the doctor like 6 months before that for that situation, and 3 years before then for just it in general.
That's why I said I want eyeballs on the inside so I can check stuff out.
No,
I don't know.
you know, you say that, but then you'll just get it in the butt, and then you'll be like, "Well, my poop's good."
I wish.
No. Plus, you can't have an eyeball on the inside because it wouldn't do anything.
No, you put a flashlight in there.
That's what I was gonna say. Is how do you do the
You open
lighting?
up your mouth and you just put a nice strong LED flashlight, shine it down your throat, light it all up.
I have to cancel stream. Michael is being
Smart.
himself, and I think he needs to go to a head doctor.
Yeah, that's just the thing. If I get a really good LED flashlight, I can just light my entire body and then just like
I was looking
like
at
a self X-ray.
I was looking to get small little flashlights because I just like having some around. I keep losing them. And they're the amount online that just market lumen numbers, but they're just bullshit numbers. Like there was one of them that said 9 million lumens. No, that flashlight is not 9 million lumens.
I have seen some flashlights that can light up a parking garage like the freaking sun. It's
Yeah,
kinda
well,
crazy.
we had one once that we were in a building, and by flashing at the ceiling, it was like you turned on every light in the building. Like it just reflected down every hall. It was super bright. Yeah, you can get ones like that, but those are in still maybe like 10,000 lumen.
I saw
9 million lumen. You're melting things.
Yes, I've seen people online trying like crazy flashlights and things, and then they actually catch fire.
Yeah, but they're not selling those online. I know.
I think they might be.
No, you shouldn't.
No, you shouldn't.
I mean, if you're rolling around with
arson's best friend.
with the lamp from the Twin Stadium or something,
Yeah.
and you're like, hey, do you need to see what's going on now? Like turn that on.
There will eventually be restrictions on like lasers and flashlights and stuff.
There already is, I would think, but it's just how do you police it?
The same way you police anything. You just tell it like you cannot sell this high intensity of a laser to like little Timmy.
Okay, and then you go to AliExpress.
Then it's still illegal. It should still be there. Should still be a wall, like stopping people from buying lasers to burn down
because
buildings.
they don't care. China don't give a shit.
China don't.
I need to go buy a drink.
I'm gonna get one of those flashlights. It's gonna be great. Commit so much arson. Nobody will catch me because I'll be like 3 miles away. Also, how y'all doing? He's gonna animate the pony faw thing again by the looks of it. Maybe I've spoiled that now. Though, I secretly want him to finish fixing the Monty Python bit because I want to show it to people. I think it's really cool and it's finished. He just has to work out why it's glitching. But that sounds like a bummer. You know what's not a bummer? You guys. So I want to hear all about how your week's been going. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, you can buy illegal things on the internet, but we shouldn't make them legal just because you can. Just because you might be able to buy like crack cocaine mixed with amphetamines on the internet doesn't mean we should just make it legal because you can't stop it. It's bad practice. Oh, my week so far is meh. It's a meh kind of week. It's been cold here. I think this morning it was -7, which isn't the coldest it gets around here, but it was still upsettingly cold. I'm okay otherwise. We got a new guy at work and he's been helping me not stress out so much at work because he's helping out with stuff. You can still only do so much stuff, but it's really taking a weight off my shoulders. And I've been enjoying that. I've been enjoying not pulling my hair out. Yeah, it's cold. Yeah, I know you know it's cold. It actually, I think your area got a little bit more snow in this last snowstorm. So, yeah, I think you got a little worse than we did.
Yeah, it's not as cold as the -20 was, but it is.
-7 is not fun to be out into.
No, it's not. At least during the day, it gets up a little bit warmer, but we're going to be like in this kind of back and forth temp stuff for like another week or so.
It's supposed to be like a negative. I think all but one day of this week is going to have be in the negatives. Tomorrow's like -10.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I mean, right now it's 1.
Yeah, it's dropping again.
-14.
When?
Wednesday.
Oh, joy.
But then Friday's 25, and that's why it's snowing. And then it's right back down to -9.
Yeah, I think the cold over the snow. Honestly.
Yeah, Saturday through Monday, -9, -9, -10. Those are the lows, though.
Yeah.
So
it's still like, it's okay. You won't die as quickly later in the day.
I like on here, it says visibility unlimited.
That just means there's
I can
fog.
see the universe.
If you're looking out at the horizon, you can probably see the horizon. That's what that means.
By the 22nd, so in like 2 weeks, they're talking it's going to be 27, 30, 38, 39. So we're going to be past it. But literally every day between now and other than one day, every day is negative overnight.
I did tell Declan when he comes to visit to make sure to bring a coat. He's like, well, I have a windbreaker. And I'm like, no. You need to. I mean,
well, no, he is being you.
Yeah.
When you came to visit, and you're like, it's nothing, and it was like 0, and then you're like, breathed in big through your lungs, got pneumonia.
Yeah.
And we're all stupid about the cold because it's cold. I've dealt with cold, and now he's doing the same thing, and you're like, oh no, don't, no.
No, I'm not saying don't. In my mind, if I was in his situation, I would just wear like 2 sets of long sleeve shirts and call it a day. Like I wouldn't buy a coat just for one trip.
Oh no.
For a week.
Yeah, I mean we have coats you could borrow or something. I wouldn't go out and buy extra stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no worry on that. But hello Sunset, hello Matt, hello Scratch, hello Hot Rod. I'll tell him to wear a long sleeve and too heavy wet sweatshirts. The problem is like the nice thing about a coat is definitely like a shirt's more to you, where a coat is meant to be a little bulkier and loose. So if you try to warm up by just wearing more clothes, you're going to be horribly uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like I already wear, like in the winter, I'll wear a normal t-shirt and then a long sleeve shirt over it. But I would not want to have any more over this. It would just be difficult. And that's, I
was outside a while today, just wearing this.
You mean
because I don't care.
Well, even if it's cold, how much you bundle up tends to be how much time you're spending outside. Yeah. If I'm going to be outside for like a couple minutes, I'm going to want at least something when it's negative, a good amount of clothes. But if I'm going to the garage to go grab a nail or something, I'm going to be out there for 15 seconds. I'm not putting on a coat.
Yeah.
Because I'm going right back into warmth and I'm probably going to be moving around. I'll be fine.
I've been stupid enough before to get a little bit frosty.
Or size 2 larger sweatshirts, so they hang low on my body. Even then, though. Well, vodka.
Once you get into the negatives, you
I'll go
really have to
vodka.
like protect it's your hands that are gonna
cheers,
get
vodka.
cold. Like you gotta have gloves if
well-
you're gonna be outside.
It's not your hands. It's just that your hands tend to be the one thing that you don't cover. So you should remember your hands, but it's not because it's cold that only your hands are the issue.
Well, they're the furthest from your core too. And your core is gonna stay the warmest. And blood flowing through your body is warmest at the core.
But it also ends up being that everything you're wearing, that is the output of all your heat.
Yeah.
So it is a bad spot just in general. It's not about like temperature. It's also surface area to mass.
Yeah.
Your hand has a lot more skin on it, a lot more surface area than any other part of your body. So it's just going to get affected faster and quicker.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's just your hands are like the most vulnerable part.
Oh, vodka, I haven't seen any, but talking about cold. Yeah, we're going to be, for the next like 2 weeks, we're negative every night. It's not as bad as like a couple years ago when we had, I think it was 10 days straight where it never got above 0. We're not getting that bad.
I want another negative
but-
40 days so I can just run back out and breathe deeply. And then you can call me a massive idiot. It was fun.
All right, so we're back here and we're going to see if it hasn't crashed. Last time it was crashing just by opening with all this stuff on.
Did restarting it fix it?
Restarting, like I was saying, there was a good.
Oh wait, no. Have you turned your lights on yet?
The lights are off right now, but I don't think that would matter.
No, I guarantee that was the issue last time.
Well, going through that one spot, sure.
Yeah, well,
But-
you did the thing that raised the light limit,
Yeah,
and that's what caused it to crash.
I know, and I've already done that.
Okay. Well, get
So-
closer to that corner.
No, before it's crashing, just sitting here.
You've already raised the light limit.
Otherwise, it'd have a big error across the top. But also, I mean, I could try going over here, but
Because it was this corner that was causing the problem. Maybe a restart fixed it. I don't know.
like I said, sometimes it's just things are in RAM. And
Yeah.
when you reload the software, the first time is always the longest. The second time is quicker because there's still stuff there.
Just save often. That's all
And
I
the
can
20
say.
Cs, well, yeah, that's pretty nice. Well, 20 Cs actually, that's warm. That's like what, 70s or 80s Fahrenheit?
So much for frosty vodka.
Okay, so the one thing we did and then got ruined by the crash, the double crash, was the return camera got ruined.
So,
So I have to do it again
yay. You get-
because I had it like all the way to the back position and then, yeah.
we get more
What is
fish
summer
grill.
here and it's normally above 30. Oh, okay.
So, are you in Australia? I have no idea. It's
The,
awfully
I
late.
can't remember what the percentage is. It's like 80% of the human population is above the center. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, well, that's because the vast majority of like human population is in like one area in the world.
The only thing I don't like about how I kind of have this done right now is because I take this corner. I feel like instead I should put them like here, because this whole thing you can actually see all the way back through the whole scene, where only at the last second do I shift it, which feels awkward. I think I did that because their staircase was there and it kind of was like a nice little corner to hide in. I'm wondering if I should just like put some like artificial wall here, or just have them sitting there and then have it so that it just feels like we're still going backwards.
Yeah, I just want more of that fish pony. Look at her, she's adorable. She likes fish.
Because if we go to like here, because I like the idea of like having it where it's more of a straight shot to get back, but if I go to here, then this scene kind of gets ruined a little bit. So I feel like I have to go to like here or something. Do I change?
Or are you in Brazil? I'm making guesses. I shouldn't be though. All right.
You're gonna name the 3 countries you know that are below the equator?
No, I could name many, but if it's gonna be in like this time zone, it would be
Name
South
8.
America. Huh?
Name 8.
Peru, Chile, New Zealand, Australia, India.
India?
Yeah.
They're like, that's on the equator. We're looking for south of the equator.
South Africa,
That's
Peru.
cheating. Chile goes up to the equator.
Does not.
Or is it Peru goes all the way up?
No.
Well, there's one that's really long.
No. I could go New Guinea. That's not.
You're just making up countries now.
I'm not.
What about Old Guinea?
There's no Old Guinea that I'm aware of. Liberia.
Let's see. You're just making up countries. I love the old bit from John Oliver.
Yeah.
Where he used to do the like,
Yes.
the points to a country and it's like, but that's not this country. It's actually this country, but it's not because it's this country, but it's not that either because you're a bad person.
I think only one time I've been like, yeah, no, that's not the country.
Yeah,
Play that game again.
There's once that he did it. He hasn't done that in a long time. I think the joke is over. I'm hoping he goes back to it. But yeah, there's one time that I looked at him like, no. I know that's not what it is. Then yeah, it went the game.
Yeah.
Chile is a long one. Okay,
It is a long one, but it doesn't reach the equator.
it's closer to
Then what?
than the southern portion of it.
Yes, it's true.
Usually, the north side of a country is further north than the south side,
It's science.
unless it's a line.
Just a straight line.
Yeah, it's
Just a
Ecuador
line.
because they're the equator, right? They're just a line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's really hard to live there. 2D people. I probably don't need the music playing for this. Okay, so if we go to that spot, let's figure out what that will look like. Let's get the couple. Oh yeah, because they're supposed to be like leaning against something. I could do a crate. Why not? Crates are easy. Probably be the Team Fortress 2 one.
Big ponies had crates.
Ponies? Everybody has crates.
Every creature in existence has crates. I like that crate. Not that one so much. I like
This
that one.
one's
That's a nice clean crate.
It's clean, but it's not like that clean. Like this is like perfect wood. I think for this, normally for horse I do this crate because it's more cartoony.
Yeah.
This one's I think gonna fit better, and I kind of like that it creates in a little bit.
But they are cartoony horses.
They are cartoony horses, but it's good. Photo Equestria is always a little grungier, so
Yeah,
I
but-
think this works better because it goes a little bit more that direction.
Sure. I mean, this is the crate I said I liked, and now I'm arguing against the crate. So
Make up your mind.
I can't win. Fine. Not even with them inside my own brain.
So what is the scene you're making? I haven't been around for a good while. Well, actually, this is working on something that I probably started before you've even ever popped up on stream. This is like from 20s. We looked at the year 2016, 2017. I started this.
This is his great regret.
I'm it's the Ministry Mares thing. I kind of want to go back and finish it, but it's going to take a bit. So this is.
I know this is going to get me in trouble for even saying it, but I kind of want you to finish the other Fallout one.
The one with Velvet.
Yeah, singing.
I really want to, but that would be way more work.
Yeah, but I love singing videos.
Yeah, and I had some cool scenes from it.
Yeah, you've reused some of the
I thought I
animations.
have GIFs of them.
I love videos that are put to song. It's my weak spot for any animation.
No, and
If it's to song, I'm in love.
I
with it.
love doing videos with singing like that. It's just the idea for it would have been a lot. Like I know this was from the video.
So cool.
Well, kind of. That's actually I think the old. I closed the folder. Damn it. Thank you very much, Soywell, for the 4-month subs. GG, only 6 months more.
It almost feels like a more
You
of
guys
an
got the
Australia
6
thing.
months more in 1 year.
Like dragons and airships were very much an Australia thing.
No,
Remember
it'd be 8 more months because there's 12 months in a year.
And the Enclave had airships in Fallout, but when I think airships, I almost immediately my brain goes Australia. No.
Maybe this is
They
the
had
one that's
lots of
actually
airships.
completed. Yeah, that's the one that's got a little more animation to it. But yeah, that was from it. It's supposed to be from what was the name of the dragon?
From Fallout.
Fallout.
Oh, I can't remember the name of the dragon. I didn't think that dragon ever. That dragon only came above ground, like right before its death, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Right before it got completely destroyed.
I know I have another GIF of it.
I recently reread it, and I know what the dragon you're talking about, but I cannot place its name.
Oh yeah, here. Like so that was one scene from it.
Look how good he is. You know, epic and stuff.
Like look at that horse grabbing that cookie.
Oh no, I was distracted by other
No,
cucumbers.
stop it,
She's
horse. Stop it.
Stealing cookie.
I was like, couldn't grab it. I tried. But yeah, I really liked how that video was going and turning out, and it looked good. But all the scenes I did were the easy ones. After that, it was going to be so difficult. It was essentially supposed to be a trailer for all of the Fallout book, like pulling a lot of scenes from it. But instead, this video I'm working on is the opposite, kind of. It's a trailer for the Ministry Mares within the book, a trailer type thing. So
I love the bit you did in that video with Little Pit fighting Zenith.
But that one, at least, I put a lot of time into, but I've reused that animation.
Yeah.
So that wasn't a waste.
No.
But
Cool.
so there's a part of this song. Do I have it with the? Yeah, this song is, I mentioned this last stream, but it's a song about, from what I can tell, about somebody that has passed on and telling the people that are still left to carry on and be strong, and that you can do it, kind of thing. And it's really haunting how it sounds. And so I thought it'd be neat to do the lyrics fit and the music fit for doing something based on the Ministry Mares, because that's kind of what happened with them, is they made some mistakes, but everybody had to carry on without afterwards. So
I do love that picture is in this, because it is very much implied in the Fallout series that the divergence point is like halfway through season 2.
Well, it has to be,
Yeah.
because that was when the book was written. They couldn't say like season 5. So
But it is the divergence point.
I did this because it was just a good picture with all of them, but I don't know if I'll keep the 2D or go to 3D.
I like the 2D.
I like the 2D, but it just might be a little weird. But I kind of, it's the easiest and least work, so I'll probably stick with it. But a lot of it's going to be all the Ministry Mare scenes from the book. I'm going to try to do all of them, having at least something from all the different scenes. But there's one portion that is not going to be from there. It's going to be based on in the future, where there's going to be a zoom in on this picture that's at the end of this hallway, and everything's clean and shiny and good, like everything's perfect in the world. But then when they back away from it, it's supposed to be based in the future when things are hell. And then when this portion of the song is done, then it would zoom back to the picture and return to the time period when they were all around again.
So which one has the cutest dress?
Cutest dress?
Yeah.
Not Applejack's. Hers is stupid.
Wow.
Fluttershy is a
all nature.
it's, I don't know. It's no, this is making her look like she's just like a freaking wizard.
She's a freaking wizard.
Yeah. I don't know about that. She's trying to be regal because she's trying to get like whatever. I think she's trying to look too princely or princessy or something. Actually, I would say it's more princey. It's just whatever. Rainbow's, probably put Rainbow number 2, but I actually kind of like Picky's.
He looks like she's trying to sell like snacks at a fair.
That's what Applejack was doing.
Yes,
But,
he literally was.
But no, Pinky's, I think, is, at least from everything that's there, not as try hard. It's more about fun. They're trying to represent their personalities a little bit, and they did pretty good with that. But still, I feel like she's gonna drink my blood or something. So, but no. So this is just reversing the. I can't really put the lights on because the frame rates are gonna be rough. So we'll do it without. But yeah, it's trying to. I still have to put stuff on that table to make it more roar-like, but.
He had bottle caps on the table.
Yeah.
I feel kind of that even though that's status gonna kill, I'm almost kind of sad for him. Almost.
And then we're working on getting the last camera shot. But then I got to move the camera because we're going to change the positioning of the last one. But then it'll essentially come back. So that was the idea for taking up that portion, which was nice because this scene's been really annoying, but it's like 40 seconds worth of video, which is a lot.
It's so rough when I know that this is kind of the scene that broke you on this whole video. And then you did 40 minutes of work and then you lost it. And I should...
it's so the reason this scene I stopped working on things was because while it was 40 seconds of video, I was seeing how long it was going to be taking to get all of the pieces together, and I was like, I've already put like 7-8 months into this, and I only have scene builds because of how long it takes to put these together. I don't know if this is worth finishing. So I got like disheartened by the time involvement needed, but now I'm kind of like, let's poke at it again for a while. If it gets to the point I'm like, I'm done, we'll figure that out. I like gaming, guys, man. I live after like 4 years of being locked out of my account. I reclaimed it. How did you get locked out of your account, and how did 4 years later it finally come back? How did that work out?
Do you think... No, it's stupid.
Hmm?
No, you'll say it's stupid.
Yeah, it is stupid.
Yeah.
Well, what is it?
I was going the pony who's kicking that other pony in the face. I think if she was wearing like little boots.
Protect your hoofsies?
Yeah.
I don't think a boot's gonna help. And they're little hoofsies. They're made for kicking.
No,
why is Applejack not wear hoofsies things?
She's wearing boots when she wants to be fancy. I picked her.
Big dirt.
Like, so big.
Okay, so it's this one. Oh no, this one. Which are these?
I've been playing the Final Fantasy remake, and I think my favorite outfit of anybody in that game is easily Aerith. Because she's wearing the cute pink dress.
But then the little vesty thing.
Well, no, it's the combat boots.
Oh, the combat boots.
Yeah, she's wearing this cute little pink dress, but then she's also just wearing combat boots. They're like World War I combat boots.
She may not be like a super fighter.
Yeah.
But she is.
She'll throw down.
But she can fight.
Yeah.
I mean, she can throw like everybody else has used materia. Without materia, she can shoot like magic light. Yeah. How is she the only one?
I mean, we know.
Well, even then, I don't think like the ancients had that power to just do magic without materia.
They were capable of doing a lot of stuff. It was always a little vague.
She could shoot a giant ray beam.
Yeah.
I don't like that's not just capable. She literally is a laser cannon.
She has access to magic just naturally.
But why do I have to equip with materia on her then if I want her to do fancy magic?
Well, because she's not freaking Superman.
No, Superwoman.
Yeah. True.
Because Twitch changed password requirements, and I could never remember what I changed it to. So after the 5th time of forgetting my password, I gave up. You couldn't do a reset? Actually, the one I'm having problems with is I can't get in my TikTok, which I only had because I was uploading stuff to it, and password resets weren't working. Nothing was coming to my email, and so I emailed their support, and they never got back to me. Like, as far as I can tell, that account's just now gone forever.
Yeah.
Like, their support won't get back to me. Like, it wasn't hacked or stolen. My password, the one I have saved in a password manager, suddenly says is wrong, and it won't go to my email. I gave up. I don't even give a shit about TikTok. The only reason I had it was because that's what all the kids are using, and now I care even less.
My original Nexus account, which some of my mods are saved to, I lost access to it because I lost access to the email that it was initially tied to.
But I only put, where's my videos? There. Like some of these had like 72,000 views, and like they had a decent amount of like, some of them had decent traction. Because these were actually the more recent ones. Mm-hmm. But nope.
Yeah.
Just I guess that's gone. And somebody sniped my name. Like, do they still have it? Yeah, somebody like literally took my name and is just no. But this is not a name that somebody just comes up with.
Yeah. No, they sniped it.
Yeah, like that is completely random.
Yeah. I had a
No, that's what I mean. After resetting your password 5 times, wait, you reset it 5 times and kept forgetting what you reset it to? Get a password manager. This is difficult.
The Nexus account that I have a lot of my mods uploaded to, I lost access to the email that it was tied to, and I contacted support to see if there was some way to get my account back, and basically they came back to me, did you pay for the premium account? And I was like, no. And they're like, well, then we can't help you. And it's like,
normally they have premium customer service or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's stupid.
It's like, because you didn't pay for the premium, we can't help you. And it's like, oh, okay. So I just made a new account.
I did have my my Reddit account got hacked at one point, and I messaged Reddit about it and everything, and they just didn't help. They're like, nah. And it took me going back more recent, like a year or something ago. I finally requested it, and they did get it back to me, but I had to go delete all these like posts about cryptocurrency that were all posts, and they're all like doing these long things about how awesome cryptocurrency is and how much money they made on stuff. I'm like, this is such bullshit. I know I didn't write that. Somebody hacked and just wrote it.
Yeah, no, because they know if they get your fans.
Skill Dash should give me my account back.
This person I like thinks is telling me crypto is amazing. I should buy crypto. By the time people are telling you to buy crypto, it's already too late.
Yeah.
Because it's just people trying to get their crypto value up.
Crypto is gambling, and generally it is if it's like GameStop or any of that, if you're getting in on it when people are making money, you're already too late to make the money you wanted to make. If you're doing it because you're trying to become a millionaire, you're already too late. Yeah. You have to get it at the very, very, very beginning.
That's why there's so many different cryptocurrencies out there. It's because,
yeah, but most of the people too think about like, oh, it exploded. And if like after 4 years, it was worth so much. If you had $10 in Bitcoin and then it went up to 1,000, would you have just sat on it?
Well, they want you to sit on it.
Yeah, I know, but when Bitcoin was originally skyrocketing, when it got to the point where your $10 turned into 1,000, would you be like, I mean, that's a huge jump as it is. Yeah. Would you be like, I'm gonna leave it? I bet you a lot of people would pull out then because they're like, it already got a huge amount. They're not gonna think that they could just keep it in there for millions. So they probably sold it well before it reached the top, because even if that turned into 10,000 or 100,000, they're going to sell it before it reached the 10 million. So yeah, it's
my thought on crypto is the only reason it's worth anything is because people put money into it tied to actual like nation world currencies. It has no real value of its own.
Most things in that regard are already no value. Like even like,
but if everyone's goal is to simply sell it so that they can actually have money they can spend, then all you're getting it for is so that you can sell it.
Yeah, that's
like real world money.
But that's all. Like the purpose of a slot machine is that you put some amount of money in to hopefully get, on a rare chance, a lot of money out.
Yeah,
that's all crypto is doing.
Yeah.
Is you're not buying it to use it for some kind of sale. You're not buying it to invest in a company that you can get any information from to know what's going on with that money. You're literally putting money into a machine and hoping that it goes skyrockets. Otherwise, it's gone.
Yeah, nobody.
So it's just a slot machine.
Nobody's buying Bitcoin in the hopes that Subway will start accepting it as like to buy sandwiches again. No, it's not why people have it.
I have used crypto to buy 3 to 4 things in my life.
Yeah.
But that was not, I never bought that. It was just mined.
Yeah.
So to me, that was not free money.
No.
But in terms of what it cost me, I probably saw about 1,000% increase. But it was only because the cost of electricity with the increase in value and that value going up from nothing.
Yeah.
Worth it. But I've bought like VPNs. You can usually buy with crypto, your subscription. So that's how I buy my VPN. There's a website you can go to buy Windows keys and Office keys, and they're just like sold from a company will buy, as it goes back into a sec. They'll buy like 1,000 licenses for Windows, but then they'll only use 800 of them. Well, now they have 200 that aren't going to be used for anything. So they'll sell it super cheap to some other places. And then those places will sell it and you can get like Windows for like 10, 15 bucks. And they're completely legit. Sometimes, and it like, you sometimes get a key that's already been used. You just message them and they're like, oh, okay, here's another one. Like they literally, it's such a cheap thing for them. They just don't care. You can use the crypto for those too. So I think I've bought like 3 copies of Windows and 2 copies of Office. And I spent all of that on crypto. So
you bought keys to like,
it's just Windows. And like it was Windows 10 I had to buy Windows Pro because I wanted access to remote desktop, and you can't do it without Pro.
Yeah.
And so I spent like, I think that was for Pro was like 15.
Could just torrented that shit.
It's not the software, it's the key.
Yeah.
The software is free to get. Windows just gives you the software, the key that you need.
I had a cracked version of Windows for so long.
Yeah, it's 10 or 15 bucks. Yes. That's literally nothing to have a legit good copy. But I don't remember the name of that website. I could get it to somebody if they needed, but never buy Windows at like a big box store. They're going to charge like 150 bucks when literally you can get all that thing has in there is a key. That's all the things that matter is that number and letter code. Yeah. You can find those places online and get it for 10, 15 bucks. And it's safe, which is nice.
Yeah.
The deer ghost fact.
Here's your ghost fact. Trying to think of one I had.
You had all this time while I was talking and you were listening.
Yeah, but I've already told them so many facts. I got to be careful not to tell them.
You've repeated so many facts and contradicted yourself.
No, you can't prove anything.
It's all recorded.
No,
it would take me forever to find it. But can ghosts use crypto?
Can ghosts use crypto? Okay, I'll tell you.
Yeah, it's the Crypt Keepers one that invented crypto.
It's actually fun fact. Ghosts, as crypto money is ghost money. Like that's the currency ghosts use to buy and sell things. Like before people even found it and started mining it, the ghosts had already been using it for years. It exists in the ethereal solely, so it makes sense. So neither of them are actually real. So some ghosts are real, because then there wouldn't be facts about them if they weren't. So. And that's your ghost fact.
I like the little save there.
Yeah. Now, my thought on crypto is like Beanie Babies. People collected them like crazy because they thought they'd be worth a lot of money. And the second they were just Beanie Babies and not worth a lot of money, nobody cared anymore.
The crypto is still worth a lot. But it's only worth a lot for the people that bought into it when it was low. Yes. All that money that's in there is worth only to them. Mm-hmm. But it's the
people who made money on crypto eventually sold it That's how you make the money.
A lot of them have kept it in there because taxes.
Yeah.
Because right now, I mean, it goes up and down, but it hasn't really went down. It hasn't crashed. Even when it crashed last time, it's back up higher than it was before. But if they sell it,
Yeah,
you have to turn it into another currency. And by doing that, like, that is you have to do all the taxes and whatever.
Much trying to tax crypto too, but it's harder.
Yeah, but that's like, I love the government's bit, like on the taxes, like, did you buy or sell crypto? And you could be like, no. And they're like, okay.
Yeah, but the second you sell it for real money, they'll know.
That's why I've just been spending it as crypto.
Yeah.
Like, I only have like a grand in there. It's not like it's a lot. Well, no, it's probably like 2 now. But anytime I have any opportunity on a website that says, do you want to buy it with crypto? I'm like, the fee, when I bought it with Ethereum before, the fee was like 20%. Ethereum's fee used to suck. But again, it was free money. But now the fees are down. But yeah, anytime I see a website that buys with crypto, I'm like, ooh.
Yeah.
Though I haven't been in my wallet forever. I have no idea what's in there anymore. I have like a code for it. I forgot my password for it, but you have a recovery code anyway.
The day I can buy Arby's with Doge, that's the day I will.
Yeah, that was the thing with crypto too. When they're like, it's going to become the new form of money. Like, if there was one crypto,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
But now with all those coins that are all over the place, none of those are going to suddenly become like, it's not like you're going to, like some of the websites will have crypto that you can buy things with, but they usually only select a couple options. But it's just,
it's too unstable
Derps
for anybody to consistently take it.
Fluff Hybrid.
Look at all those horses. Just stomp that horse to death.
Yeah, no, that's me, horse.
Get him.
No, that's bad. But hello, Derps. What were you up to? We're working on a very old video. Obviously, just working on tuning the camera for
Tell
this.
that mare's in her 30s.
We're doing some. Actually, I might change the.
Did some Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves.
Friend who really enjoys that game.
Yes, we do.
I
haven't played it forever.
I heard somebody complain recently about it that it's not very resource efficient. But
what do you mean?
I don't know. Like, you need a pretty beefy computer to play it decently.
I think for like for everything that's in there, I think it's pretty good.
Yeah,
I don't think it's wrong. We
played it.
We used to play it here and there for fun on stream. Has been a very long time since we have, but we kind of just effed around. We just did some of the main missions and all that.
I like how Nolan posted a derpy shaky butt, and I immediately see jumps into Boulder's Gate. He's like, "Here's your derpy shaky butt. Bye."
Bye.
I'm watching you.
Oh, this transition actually has to be here. Remember when Microsoft promised that Windows 10 was going to be the last version of Windows? Yeah, that wasn't going to be the thing.
No.
Because the only way they make that the last version of Windows is they have some other monetization that they can do within the system. But I think with all the changes to data, how they collect your data and how they can control their ecosystem, they couldn't make those changes on Windows 10. Windows 11 is there so that they can put those controls in place.
Well, they're trying to create an uncrackable.
Give me that big cookie.
Windows.
Let's come back here.
So good. No, they like, nobody's going to be able to crack this version of Windows, and then 3 months later, oh, they cracked it. We got to make a new Windows.
Yeah. I also can never see them having a single last Windows because infrastructure of computers change, technology changes, and some of the underlying like kernel they can't have where the computers from 30 years ago are still running that same bit of Windows. They've kind of already been doing that. x86 is as old as possible and they've been trying to keep it going, but you're going to be really having some of those old computers suffocate. Apple tried for a while to keep up with it and they've done a pretty good job with it, but you're going to do it at a cost. I gotta rush off though, but hope you have a good stream, man. Oh, thanks you very much, Derps. And have a good one yourself. Yeah, I know how that is. Like, I'm done streaming. I'm gonna go take a nap.
I need my computer to play all of my Load Runner games. So forever. So all of the Sierra titles from my childhood. Computers need to be infinitely reverse compatible. Like, so a new console comes out and they're like, it's not reverse compatible, and everybody's sad if they're like, Your computer cannot play that video game you liked from 1987. People would lose their shit. Like, what do you mean? Can't play it. And I would too.
So if you're curious what we're actually like working on here, it is a portion of a very long video actually that was originally started a long time ago regarding ministry mares.
Okay. What? That stallion was okay for a second. Okay, baby.
Like, are we done yet? No, I was doing it was based on the ministry mares. This scene is the only scene in there that doesn't have them. But it's a 40-second reverse shot, so it's just taking a while. But I started this back like 9 years ago, and I'm deciding to actually start finishing it.
So that mare's okay, right?
This one?
Yeah.
No, she's missing her legs. You see?
She's not missing her legs.
Where are they?
She's dragging them behind her.
No, she's.
Yeah.
She lost them. She'll find them.
No.
Because she's smart.
She's okay.
She's a smart horse, right?
Yeah. Like, how you know she's gonna lose her legs? She's too smart to lose her legs.
I think that
Super genius.
Modern computers can't really play anything more than about 15 years old, though.
No. Try me.
Well, kind of. I would say yes, but I'm thinking that if you were to go 10 years from now, those computers would have an easier time playing things from 5 years ago. I think that technology is kind of stagnated in terms of how it processes a lot of that data, where it was a little more Wild West like 15, 20 years ago.
Give me a game from 1990 in 20 minutes. I'll get it running on my computer.
Well, a lot of those, though, there's so little in resource usage that you can just run them emulation of anything. So then that's fine. If you're talking about running it like bare metal.
Yeah, no, you can run it off of, there's VMware, there's DOSBox. Computers can do it. You might have to like have some support programs, but they can do it. Like, I can make my computer play PlayStation 2 games. It does not care. You just have to have the right software.
These are hard cuts. And this is not a hard cut that I did here.
Like, I tried to convince him to do that for Legend of Dragoon.
I have Legend of Dragoon.
I know. I wanted you to stream it sometime.
I mean, I it's a fun game and all, but I don't know if I'll go and do that.
Yeah.
I'm in the process of building a proper XP machine so I can play The Sims 3 again because my new desktop won't run it. As long as you don't plug it into the internet.
Game is that even? I don't know. Guarantee if I cared enough, I could get it to play. I loaded Quest for Glory 4 Shadows of Darkness from my like CD that I keep in my closet, and that game's from '93, and I got it to run on my computer. It had moments, for sure, but I still got it to run. Looking at this game. I'm curious. But since they've like rebuilt the game so that it runs better and you can buy it on Steam now. 2002? I could get that to run in a heartbeat. You're gonna have to
literally?
Well, I mean, probably, given how much data is on the disc.
One heartbeat. So you have let's say you're at 60 beats per second. So you have 1 second. So we put you at a computer. We're talking about
my heart.
With one. Okay, well then you have forever because you're almost dead.
Yeah, exactly. No,
Arx Fatalis takes a mod that messes with the source code to get it running.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have any emulation options.
I'm certain you could get it running. There's always a way. Will it run well? Debatable, but it'll run. Fun thing about computers is that they're only really limited by an individual's like motivation to find their way around shit. And that's why I can put ponies into video games.
Okay, so it kind of gets a little wonky in the middle there. I can probably just round that part out. I don't want to redo the camera work I have done already. I could go back through the underneath the pony there. But if I do that, it's probably going to cause problems. It'd be way too much wobbly. Okay, so I think I'm gonna stick with that. I do think, oh no, it does have to go a little higher because I have to stay above them here. There's a little wobble there I probably can get rid of.
I feel like you're asking for technical support at this point. Like, you said you could get it to run. Please get it to run. I'm begging you. I need this to run. I want to play it so bad.
But Mike,
I don't have a disc.
Michael has this problem though, where he will say, "That's easy," and then weeks later, he's still working on it, trying to figure it out. And he says, "It's not hard, but," and
it's
then
gonna take time.
But no, you said it would do in a heartbeat.
Now getting a old game to run, yes, that would be easy. Because I've already made myself very familiar with a cavalcade of different softwares to get old video games to run, because I'm a hardcore Sierra fan. And I've gotten, like, off the disc, the oldest game I got to run was Quest for Glory 1 on my current computer. And that's, let's see, what year did that come out? That game is from... It's the wiki page. I wish it would just tell me. 1989. So on my current computer, off the original disc, the oldest game I have played is from 1989. I have a box of some old crap, man.
Oh, this thing needed to lock to something.
Old Sierra crap, mostly. Of course,
you lock it to the rail.
DOSBox makes it easy, but not everything runs the best off of DOSBox. Some things run better if you run them off of Windows. Quest for Glory 4 was definitely one of them. And it can take a little bit more finagling. VMware is generally the savior in that regard. Though that stuff's not all that resource intensive anymore. Like, I've played cell phone games on my computer. Fallout Shelter. I played that on my computer for the longest time before it became the PC. And then I tried playing it on my phone, and it's way hard.
Okay, I can probably stretch
Not
this
even
out
emulating a PC running Windows 98 help. But it's not about it. I mean, that surprises me a little bit. Like, if everything else fails, emulators, not emulators, but like VMware, virtual machines, will almost always be able to do it. I don't know if that's what you mean when you say emulators. It's like virtual machines, but like that is the software from back in the day running. So like I have a whole case just filled with CDs containing old, like, cracked versions of Windows 98 and stuff. Like, Windows 98 was the last best operating system that could play any of those super old games. I don't know. I mean, I can't speak to the individual games you've tried, but I know VMs have always... If you want to go through the hassle of installing a VM and running Windows 98, if that isn't working, I don't know. Weird. Try DOSBox. That's generally the two go-tos, is DOSBox and VMware. Like
Even hit right here.
Even the old, if you like load old remade Steam games, not Steam games, Sierra games on Steam, the first thing you'll see in a blip is just DOSBox booting up in the background.
Okay.
Wait, you're just trying to play Sims 3? It's not even that old of a game.
Sims 3?
Yeah. I don't consider it an old game.
Look at you.
You're the old man. Yeah, I'm aware. Like Sims 3, what year was that? 2009. That's not old.
16 years.
Never say the numbers out loud. Why do I keep having to tell people this?
It's 16 years.
I think Sims 3 would just be able to play on your computer normal though. Without any kind of emulation. You might have to put it in compatibility mode. For like Windows 7. Try compatibility mode. That's all you should really need.
That's
Sims 3.
Michael, you make it sound like after all the things they tried that wasn't the first thing they tried.
I'm thinking that should work.
Uh-huh.
When I think old games, I don't think 2009 games.
2009.
Don't say the number.
Like that's long enough ago that the games back then could have compatibility issues because you're probably running what, Vista?
Maybe a little after. I'm thinking Windows 7.
Vista was like, Vista. Yeah, it was.
See, what year did Windows 7 come out? 2009. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but that when it came out, sure, but Windows 11 came out years ago, and what are you using?
10. Because nothing has been better since 7. It's just been tacked on nonsense, and they forced you to upgrade because they stopped supporting previous versions.
Yeah, understandably.
They could just keep stop it. Just stop being awful.
No, because like I just mentioned this before, if you keep the same operating system for years, you're going to have computers that are nowadays that can handle certain features that now the operating system on both the 20-year-old system and the new system have to be able to both support.
Yeah.
It's got to be hell to maintain that. So eventually having a cutoff point where you're like, okay, this is the cutoff point now, so this is the new requirements going forward, it's got to be way easier from their perspective. And I mean, I'm not going to say it's right, but it's got to be hell to maintain features going back that far.
I don't know. I can't say for sure. But try Windows XP compatibility mode. See what happens. If you haven't,
he says he's tried. He says he's tried everything, and that is literally the first thing to try.
Yeah.
Other than just running it like without anything.
Hey, Acid.
Hello, Acid. I just want an operating system that tastes like real operating system.
Yeah.
Delicious operating system.
Operating systems should have a little bit of a musk to them.
Yes.
Yes.
Perhaps an Elon.
No, wait.
An Elon of Musk. You said it.
It's not my fault he smells.
I want to try something. If I make... Oh, that's the reference camera. There's so many cookies. Not focus distance. Field of view. If I make this a little wider when it first kicks in.
does that sometimes.
I'm gonna see if this will work. I want to do this in a couple shots. What I'm going for is by making it slightly wider and then like backing it off, it kind of makes it feel like you're going faster and makes everything kind of distort. Yeah, I kind of like that. I'm gonna try sticking with it. I think
I don't think you would need to set up a virtual machine for Sims 3. That's what beats me.
Oh no, I already did that. I'm just inverting it. Yeah, I actually already did it. I just did it the other direction. I have it go wider at the last second. It's getting wider and wider, and then it collapses at the last second, which it gives it less impact when it takes off, but it gives you more impact on the returns. Okay, I guess I should just keep it. But it does mean I should look at doing the same thing here.
The beer's all gone.
Where's the beer gone?
Somebody drank it. Bone doing.
Well, that's way more noticeable there. We're not gonna do that.
He looks pretty pale. I don't think he's gonna make it.
I'm okay with that.
Derpy drank the beer. Well, then good.
She drank the bear.
You should drink the bear. Oh no. Our powers, they grow.
I have consumed the bear.
Fluttershy's not gonna be too happy. Derpy was gonna eat the bear, but then she decided it would be a lot of work. She just dumped it in the middle of the park.
I was gonna say that too. Does Derpy have a brain worm?
Oh.
That actually would make a lot of sense. But it's good because now she so you'd be okay with her running the Department of Health.
Yes. She's super cute, so she gets a pass. She can do whatever she wants.
Yeah, I know, guys. Michael's trying to be demeaning. I understand what you mean.
Huh? I'm not being demeaning. I'm trying to be helpful.
It's when somebody's like, I spent 3 days trying to solve this problem. You're like, did you try turning it off and on again? Sometimes. Like, you have to assume that some of those things have already been done.
I work in troubleshooting. You never assume.
So
shit.
when I have been working on something for 3 days and I have a problem, what do you do?
I know if I say anything, you'll murder me.
Yes, that is the correct response. Because you go right back to the basics, and I'm like, no, everything I've touched.
Because I work in troubleshooting, and I know there's going to be another person on the phone like, yeah, I did that. Of course I did that. And then after 20 minutes of talking, they'll be like, oh, that's what you meant. And then it'll be done.
But I'm talking like
problem.
When somebody's going through and listing off all these like complex solutions they've tried, they more than likely have tried the other ones. So,
but it's also very likely they've just missed something incredible.
But that's simple. Paying customers. Paying customers are stupid.
Just the ones paying.
Yes, because they feel
they pay in the first place.
No, paying customers tend to be the ones that feel that it's your job to solve the problem. Yeah. And so they don't care about anything that they've done. You are there to solve the problem because you're being paid to do it.
Here's the thing. I'm pretty sure I could have helped you solve a lot of your problems, but I didn't want to get murdered.
I've tried to solve a lot of your problems, but every time you're like, no, I don't need a doctor.
And I was right. I'm alive. Clearly. Got my fish pills.
It's like somebody that's like, their car like flips off the road, does like a bunch of flips, and is like leaning over a cliff, and like you go over there and you yank him out right before it falls off the road, and you're like, I didn't need your help. Like,
Yeah.
I'm alive. Look at this. I'm fine. What are you doing? There was no problem in my car.
Michael, have you tried turning your brain on and off again?
He does every day.
Every day. That's what Peter's for.
The problem is he does step 1. He just doesn't do step 2.
Just find me drooling on myself in the hallway. I turn his brain off again.
Oh yeah, no, turning it off on again is definitely the best response. The amount of times
I like crowd.
Like actually I had a video issue on the monitor just before we started stream. That's why I started a couple minutes late. And I was like, I'm going to reboot because that literally should be your first option no matter what when it comes to a computer. If there's an issue, reboot always. And I have so many people at work that'll be like, I can't do this on the software. I'm like, did you try restarting? Well, no, but I don't see how that would solve the issue. Let's try restarting. And they restart like, oh, it's gone. All the time. I mean, if it comes up again, well, then it's more recurring problem, sure. But if it comes out of nowhere and you've never seen it before, just do a reboot.
I have come into situations where somebody will be like, I've been trying to figure this out for a week. And then I'll walk in and fix it after like 5 minutes. And the only thing you should do in that situation, is walk away. Say nothing. just let them have their moment.
Because you're not supposed to. Cool guys don't look at explosions, right?
Yeah. You also you don't start the explosion either, what would happen if you turned to them and went, look, it was easy, and you're dumb. And then that's when you get slapped.
It depends on the person though. Like when I'm at work and somebody is asked, I am my department's IT support.
Yes.
So I have to assume that people know nothing.
Yes. Assume everyone is dumb.
I've gotten very good at writing instructional emails. So like somebody will be like, hey, how do I do this? And I will then respond with a numbered list with screenshots, and sometimes within 5 minutes, because I got really good at like with all of it, like, okay, to solve that, just do this, and then they're like, thanks, and that's all I hear for like me giving them detailed instructions, because the best response you can get is thanks. The worst one you can get is it still doesn't work. Somebody today emailed, they're like, I built this system for a workflow and has approvals in the process. And they're like, today, when I looked at it, these 4 items aren't in the approvals. They got pushed back. And that's a problem. How do we fix that? And I looked through there and I'm looking through the history. I'm like, these never went out for approvals.
Yeah.
And so I emailed back and I'm like, as far as I can tell, these have never went out for approvals. Did you put it out and there's a problem? And she just responds back, let's pretend this email never exists. Because they just thought they did something and they didn't.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
realize it didn't actually do it.
But that is the best email to get back.
Yes.
Because anything else means that you have a shit of stuff of things to fix. But if they say, oh, no, it's not a problem. Great. I can go back to doing other things.
Yes.
Oh, darn. No, I
Look up pictures of ponies.
I never rub it in. I just die on the inside and make a joke. Like if everything worked the way it was supposed to, I would not have a job and slink off. I with people at work, I don't rub it in. With Michael, I do.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just depends. Like friends and stuff, I will. But at work, no, it's not going to go well. Or customers. I've been doing it wrong. Then after I fix the problem, I tap dance my way out of the room while singing nanner nanner nanner. Seeing you tap dance would be interesting. If every pork chop was perfect, we wouldn't have hot dogs.
It's true.
Actually, well, no, because pork chops are pricier. Hot dogs are cheap.
Well, they're cheap because of the pork chops that didn't make the cut.
Yeah, well, I mean, we wouldn't have mini carrots either.
Talking about
mini carrots are big carrots that didn't make the cut, so they shaved them down.
That's they take perfectly good carrots and make them tiny because people want the tiny carrots.
No, they're the bad carrots. I'm surprised they don't give them like little leather jackets.
I can't remember the last
Look
time
like they'll
I
make
saw
GPUs.
Whole carrots at the food market. They shave them all down.
No, you can get full carrots still.
You can, but you gotta like search for them.
You've bought full carrots.
When
you make stew.
What? When did I last
or
make
roast
stew?
or roast?
No, those are baby carrots.
I've seen you with big carrots.
No, I've never bought the big carrots.
Why do you buy baby carrots? They're more expensive.
Because they're already cleaned and stuff.
Oh, wait. So wait, there's something in your life that price is not as important as convenience.
This email never happened.
Yeah, because like you will save 10 cents for to do annoying shit.
Yeah.
Why is that one?
Because it's just easy just to get the baby carrots.
Carrots are annoying to like get cleaned and stuff. I would rather deal with a lot of other stuff. If I ever fix a PC and someone asks what I did, I just go, yeah, I'm just that good. It is actually, being that I'm IT at my work, I say IT, but I'm the computer expert, so I handle a lot of this stuff. I'm not IT itself, but I usually will never talk about how easy something is to fix, or something, because if they know that your job, certain things are easy. Or if you explain it like, oh, you just do this, I'll fix it. And then they're like, oh, thanks. I don't explain how it happened. If it happens again, they'll just ask me again. It's job security. They do that thing of like, give a man a fish, teach a man to fish. But when it comes to work, if you teach them how to fish, you're unemployed. So you just keep giving them fish over and over, as much fish as you can.
The truth is, and I think I've said this before, any job is easy once you understand it.
Yeah,
like the most difficult sounding job in the world is easy for the person who does it every day.
Like SFM to me is easy.
Yes.
But it's just because I don't have to really think about it. It's just all second nature. You just do it long enough.
Yeah, for you, this is just your Civ 5 for me. You've done it so many times. It's so repetitive. You don't think about it. You just go through the motions. And some people will be like, Civ 5 is a hard game. Not after you've put 1,000 hours into it. It's not. Because
it's anything that you're becoming an expert at. By becoming an expert, you're just giving yourself more and more fringe situations that you're able to handle because you've been there to see how to handle it. And I can agree.
My job is my entire career has been troubleshooting, maintenance, and repair. I am tired.
Okay, I think in terms of, I think this was something we were kind of starting, now that I think about it, and then we didn't finish, was...
Less I'm saying.
A little bit. It'll be fine. Because you do it. Now I'll do it properly.
Yes.
That was... I know somebody canceled.
I played a little bit of Civ 6, and we had some funny moments in that game where he nuked
5
me.
minutes.
And one time we were playing with our friend Mitch, and I very much would have killed Mitch if he wasn't on the other side of Mitch, ready to fight me if I did. And I knew between the two of them, I probably would have lost. But anyways, I played a fair amount of Civ 6. After playing Civ 6, I came to a realization after like running through all the strategies in my head. There was only one real strategy worth pursuing in that game. Where Civ 5, there's like 3 or 4 valid different ways to actually progress to win the game. So it just made for a better game, in my opinion. Also, Civ 6 had a lot more RNG, where random things could happen that you didn't quite expect. And I don't care for games with too much RNG.
But like I've mentioned, okay, so I'm good. Like I mentioned before, Civ, if every Civ game was the same, there'd be no reason to buy it. So I'm kind of glad that they do change it up. Tidbit for SFM: if you do have things with crashes, if your autosave was a long time ago, do not open it until you've taken that autosave and renamed it or do something else with it. I've done that with this and I'm fine. But because as soon as you open that autosave, you want to get another drink?
Yeah.
Same thing, but you're going to use the Canadian Club.
Oh yes, not the
Crown. It's the Crown. No, your autosave gets deleted when you open it. So if you have something in the file that you think will auto crash it, you just have a concern with that. Anyway, take your autosave, keep the autosave there, but make a copy of it and rename it to like, I changed the extension at the end to autosave 2 just to make sure it wouldn't touch it. And then if it does have a problem and the autosave crashes, you don't lose your autosave because it will delete it. Just cover your ass. That's why I probably a third of the time when I crash, I'll go in here and see which was different and which one's newer. And if it's a couple minutes, sure, whatever. But if it's like 40 minutes, yeah, I will try to make a copy of it. And the 40 minutes of work I lost the other day was because I copied it, but didn't paste it. And because it deleted it, then it had nothing to paste. So that was the problem there. Yeah, SFM has its problems for sure. But I think what I need to do on this one is on these walls are dirt lines. And right now I have this many, 25, that are just dirt. All these other lights are also probably causing problems, but getting rid of some of those because they have to be, I think some of those had to be shadowed because they were like hitting the eyes. It could get rid of a bunch of shadowed lights. So I need to make some kind of a flat texture, and I think I had started it, but then the method I was using kind of got it flattened. Was it the tile? Double check it. It's a lot because I can probably turn these on if I turn these other ones off. There. I bet you I can turn these on now. So I'm using negative lights to create like dirt on the walls. So yeah, like this one. But if I can make that a model, it would prevent that from being an issue. Just like a splatter type thing. But yeah, because otherwise this is too clean of a hallway. But the other benefit is to, if you have any light shining on the wall, it will technically negate that dirt. And then, because it's now going to be a negative light and a positive light just canceling out. So then it's kind of gone. So I need to do that too. And yeah, you can modify the map to do it too, but I hate Hammer with such a passion that even if it means that like I had 1,000 hours of work that I had to cancel because Hammer was the only software, I would just not use it because Hammer is the bane of existence. I hate Hammer so much. I had a lot of problems with the Remembrance, so it's probably just a little bit of a bit of PTSD from that. I need to find a square model that's not this. Actually, I think right at the end, I think it crashed. But I think what we were gonna do was load in the same model that I used for Trixie's name tag. I think it was a highway sign. Yeah, one of these. Because they're wider. I'm pretty sure it's not stretched. We'll see. I need one that's as wide as possible. That's wider, but small. Like, I think those bolts are 3D. Yeah, that doesn't work. I think Montgomery Street, is that the one I was using before? No, Veterans Memorial Bridge is the name tag. So we're going to use probably, let's use Naval Shipyard. This one's a little wider. This has, and it has depth. That's actually kind of helpful. Okay. We'll use this one. Where are you? First, where's the material? So this is highway sign 002. This one's got a bunch of other junk, but this is at least doable. The other one had a problem because it was a 2x2, which means that texture had to be much larger. and I didn't want to have it like all that dumb space. Oh no, this is export. Export. Okay. Not you. Water stain. This is water stain. Is that the same thing I have on the wall here? It can't be the same. Because that's coming down. It could still be useful, but I really want the stain like that I have here. Let's go look up what those are. Thank you very much. I need to pick up more.
Oh, we don't have a lot of whiskey now.
No, but I want my whiskey.
Yeah.
Where is this texture? It says it's at decals, but I don't know what game that is. Let's see if we can find it. I can't copy paste it the same, and if I go to the other thing, it's going to probably crash. So, more than likely, it's in Half-Life 2. Decals.
My phone is awful at sending photos via text.
Not seeing it.
And receiving.
Maybe not. Episode 2? No. This can't be TF2. This doesn't look like something they would use.
What are you looking at?
I'm trying to figure out where this nope, it's not. Where this texture is that I had. Oh, this is probably Left 4 Dead. C2A2. Why would they name it that?
Is that the name of it?
That's the beginning of it. C2A2 Deep Tunnel.
C2A2 Deep Tunnel. That sounds like Counter-Strike.
That's what I was just checking. I'm not seeing it, and I'm not seeing it CS:GO. It could be just Counter-Strike.
I would think Source. Why don't you use the search function?
Because I have to search all games.
Yeah.
Every file. So this is somewhere around 100,000 files. It's just gonna take forever. But I mean, who knows? It could really like pop up right up. But
Did you do Counter-Strike or did you do Counter-Strike Source?
I did everything.
Oh, just now. Yes. Water stain too.
Problem is sometimes it'll list where the texture is, but because of like the VMT can sometimes point to a different folder and make it like give different info. So okay, this is in Black Mesa.
Well.
Okay. So this I need to get out which I already have.
I'm surprised you were already using those textures in this video.
Is that the actual stain? Okay, so I did get the original one. That cannot be the same thing that's on that wall.
Looks a hell of a lot like it.
It could be just like the detail of it, and being that this is different like colorations, but that's just a flat texture, maybe. I mean, if it's the same thing, it's the same thing. Neat. Okay.
It does look rotated, yes.
But yeah, it's gonna be definitely rotated. Water stains. Water doesn't go up. Water goes down. So these would technically be water stains. But in this situation that I have it, I like that it's. I'm trying to make it look like mold, not like water stains. Okay, so I can. Does it look okay to stretch it? No. You know what? Maybe these won't work. by doing those lights, the idea was that whatever I was using was probably going to be transparent. These aren't transparent, which means if I use these, for one, I have to increase the texture quality first. I would have to make it transparent. But I don't think I can make this transparent without a lot of work. Because right now it has texture in the background. So I think it'd almost be better to like find one online.
Victor, here you are. You're hiding. Nick.
Yeah. Brave search works. Brave image search sucks. Yeah, these are much better. They're going right to the edge, and I need something that doesn't go right to the edge. Because like I like this one, but I need to have something like where it's round, like kind of faded at the end. I mean, I can make them kind of fade, but it's gonna look pretty obvious. And none of these are transparent anyway. This one is.
Yeah, maybe.
That's a little. I don't like. That's really spiky. That looks more like audio lines. That's closer. That's too even.
I thought that was a good one.
That's not transparent.
These raspberry sours are extra sour.
Extra sour.
Yes.
Ooh.
Very
I think that would actually be pretty good. It's just the transparent portion is what I need.
Everybody loves Brave until they actually need their internet to function properly.
No, the only thing I have a problem with it is Brave's search engine.
Yeah.
Which is a website, so I can ignore it. But its search engine is okay, it's fine, but its image search sucks. Other than that, I like Brave. I love Brave. I have no problems with it.
I love spending time with my mother.
No, you don't. Every time she comes to visit, you're like, oh, when is this going to end?
No, she gets distracted by the pinball machine.
Yeah, that's why you got it.
Fine.
It's a mother distraction.
Keeps her occupied.
This looks fine, but it looks too wavy. I feel like I just want to take like... This one's got a lot of other texture built into the background.
I know I've said it before, Chad, but my mother, for being a woman in her 60s, she still acts like she's like 16.
Yeah, she does kind of. She doesn't quite move at the speed a 16-year-old would do, but she kind of has the mentality of.
She does, and I actually appreciate that about her.
I'm not finding anything from that. I want one that's mono or black and white. I can color them slightly brown, or you put on a black and a brown and just kind of like play with their layering. I
feel like anytime somebody
bad,
sees me with
still.
her, they think of that scene from Family Guy where it shows like Chris and Lois, and Chris, it's like a woman gives birth to 250-pound boy. It's just Chris fully grown. She's just holding him. It's like, ah. My mother is a relatively little thing.
Let me see if
She's
I
like
can get this working.
5'7", 150 pounds. So. I am a monster.
Because
by comparison,
you can do overlays.
she likes to punch me when she sees me.
I want to see if I can use an overlay to
way.
hide.
Like something she used to do growing up is I would just be standing in the kitchen minding my own business, and suddenly she would come running across the kitchen and body slam me as hard as she could.
Yeah, this doesn't work.
Because she knew like nothing she could do would actually budge me. And it just became a game of hers to try to like knock me off my feet.
That does sound like your mother. Forgot that you can do the transparency thing, but it always still applies it to the layer below. You can't use it to like create transparency. So that doesn't work. So I'll have to, I need one that is transparent. And SFM, I could search the textures there, but it will crash before I ever finish it. If I just do water stain, oh, that's actually still came up with stuff. There's only the one option that came up, and that's really annoying. I think it's like this one, which isn't bad, but it's, wait.
Like she liked real horses.
That's not transparent.
No, it just has the checkered in the back.
Yeah, forgot.
No, the strangest thing she used to do that was horse related.
This one is
bring the horse into, yeah, that one definitely is.
If you want to, if you're not sure, if you see the texture, the checkered here, it's because it's textured in. Mm-hmm. This, you see the white background, now it's textured.
Yep.
You're all good. For the size and the fact that I don't care if it's blurred a little bit, this could actually work. But I believe I can't just copy transparent images. I think I have to actually save it.
She used to bring,
oh, it's a WebP. I hate WebPs.
Oh, that's because they're kind of difficult to get to work properly.
At least Photoshop knows what it's doing.
Yeah. I think WebPs were initially created to keep people from downloading them. And then people just,
any block you put in
will eventually be subverted.
Yes, anything, if it's digital, somebody will find a way around it.
Yeah.
All right, so this does have a nice kind of soft edge on it. The problem is, and I just did it here again, I have to do this again. This texture is not big enough. This image size is only 512. What would that be? 2056. We need to make it bigger. Which is actually probably too big now that I think about it.
It's awfully big.
Yeah, because I was like, wait, that texture itself is only 1024, which so it just
just make that 1024.
Yeah. Why overdo it?
Go. My mother was a lot. I love her to death, and I still do. But she was something special, or is.
I love her. I still love her. I mean, I still do. But
she did grow. I did grow up with her throwing horse poop at me, but she thought it was funny, and she also thought it was funny to bring the horse into the kitchen because we had the big double like French doors to the kitchen, and she would just bring the horse into the kitchen. Be like, Mom, you can't have the horse in the kitchen, and her response would just be, "Clearly, I can."
Yeah, I mean, really, she's not wrong.
So, oh, you know, if it poops in here, you're cleaning it up. She's like, I'm fine with that. I think then that was just how my life was. He only did that a few times because if my dad was home, she wouldn't pull that. She wouldn't try doing that. It was when he wasn't, and she would get away with things. She took advantage.
Oh yeah, I don't need those. Let's double check that the alpha channel came over. It didn't because I did Targa. I am stupid. That's why you always double check. Targas do not do that. PNGs do. Targa's just lossless is why I keep doing it. It exports from Targa, so it's better just to go back to Targa, but whatever.
She loves real horses the way I love not so real horses.
But she probably helped ingrain that.
Yeah, I mean, to a point. For me, they were a chore. So.
Yeah, what do you think? Like, the little adorable horses wouldn't be too?
I'm British. Look at her. She's so pretty.
He's exceptionally British. You've never met somebody more British than her, ever.
Nope.
Never. You don't know
ever.
anybody more British.
Nope. Most British thing I know. I hope he's watching.
Poor Declan.
He is very British.
Okay, so now this is showing, right? This is showing the alpha. So that is what I wanted to see. What is causing the gray there, though?
With Declan, it has been a bit of a challenge keeping him like focused on just getting here because he's freaking out. He's never traveled on his own before, so this will be a first for him. Though he did call.
You might want to explain a little bit more about Declan if you're just going to start talking about him.
He's British. What else is there to explain?
I know, but like they don't know who the hell Declan is.
He's a friend of mine who's coming to the United States in like 2.5 weeks. And Declan.
Yeah, right when it warms up to like 30s and 40s.
Yeah, well, thank goodness. He was gonna freeze to death. Like, he's like, I tell him it's like negative freaking 10 tomorrow, and I tell him make sure you bring a jacket and gloves, and he's like, I have a windbreaker. I don't have gloves, and I'm just like, okay. It's just like, we'll figure it out. Because it's like the part of England he's from is Southern England, which he considers the most English part of England. They're very, like it's a little crazy that you can go 2 towns over in England and they just are like the completely different culture in this spot.
Well, it's the same thing in America. If you go like one coast to another, they just have it much tighter.
Yeah, but we're talking
smaller.
like counties over.
Yeah, I know. We just have a lot more empty space.
Yeah.
And I agree on the trumpet.
Like, oh, he's from 2 towns over. How can you tell? The accent. And it's just like, oh. Neat.
Okay. So. Oh. Oh no, Michael.
Oh, she's doing it again. How hungry is that horse?
So these guys needs their sugar.
He's feeding the whole orphanage.
Oof. Yeah, I was thinking
Like
that.
icing.
I was thinking the gradient might not work too well. That's basically saying that, yes.
But yeah.
I thought that you could do gradients in textures like that.
I have no idea. Like, I guess you applied a gradient to it and it's not working because you're trying to create a fade. I think you could. If you apply
You
it
can.
to the texture.
But if you don't know how to, look up something that has. This model has semi-transparent somethings, so how did it do it? Alpha test might just be a poor version.
I feel like if I don't pick him up from the airport the moment he gets out to the area, the waiting area, he will just die. So I can't let him stand out there too long. I did check the weather. It's supposed to be like between 30 to 34 that day,
Translucent. Let me try translucent.
which I consider relatively warm, but he will die.
I know translucent and alpha tests have pros and cons. It didn't work. What else is there in here? There's a bump map. Ambient occlusion 0 might be handy. Um. Nothing else in there implies some kind of semi-transparency. I'm gonna do this the hard way, but I can probably do this the easy way. This is version 7.2. And this is version 7.5. So it is a newer version of the texture. That shouldn't have a problem. I have both these open, right? Yeah. Yeah, only real difference. There's more bitmaps on mine.
It's spooky.
Yeah, that's just outlaying the transparency bit. So this is this one here. So what is the textures can be goofy because it feels like sometimes you can be working on one texture and another texture and they're acting completely different. But like, what's different? No map, no level of detail. No map, no level of detail. No minimum map. I don't think that's gonna change anything.
You know, Frosty, I do always tell him that when we're talking about Australia and Britain, he'll be like, it's two very different accents. And I'll be like, no, same thing. That's a fun way to get him flustered. Now, those accents are about the same. To an American ear, they are very, very similar.
Maybe I just need font turned on.
And yet, it's true. It sounds exactly the same.
They specifically put alpha test 0 in here though.
Oh, another shrimp on the bobby, eh, Goof? It's all the same.
What I wanted to do.
You come here. Oh, same thing.
So how are you doing this? So we're very much literally semi-transparent.
I go to Australia and everybody's just like, you what, mate? It's very British. Where's it from far or less? Good sir. See, that's the exact same reaction I get from Declan. That's why it's so much fun. I mean, you can say Americans sound the same as Canadians, because that's just true.
Hey.
I can't tell the difference. This is Minnesota.
Hey. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
You made her shut your mouth right there. I can try applying most of this other stuff just to see if any of it, like the top ones just commented out. But I can't add in these two. Unless this is the one that's doing it.
It's only British, but you are British citizens. See, now I am starting to start a fight. I'm starting shit. I mean, isn't the, like, whose face is on your guys' money? I honestly don't know. But if it's a British queen, oh
That's just
man,
a texture. Yeah, it's not
I start
anything.
questioning stuff. Checking now. Is it a British queen? It's probably a British queen.
It's not the Queen. Well, I have an idea. I was just looking at a listing of music videos and spotted Take On Me by Aha. Argo, you have a green screen. Film Micah performing the part of the female character in the video and replace the guy with Derpy. That sounds like a lot of work.
I did see a scene from that horrible Howard the Duck.
You talking the hand-drawn part? That would be... That was actually an amazing part of that music video. Yeah, I don't know why you're watching Howard the Duck. You apparently just hate yourself.
There was a scene that would work really well with Horace. It's a scene where this beautiful woman is very much hitting on Howard the Duck, and she's basically talking about sleeping with him because she loves his animalistic nature and how fluffy he is. And I'm just like, yeah, that would work with Horace. Like, Howard the Duck is an absolutely disturbed movie.
So none of that works. So
I got to the first hour of it. It's the king, but is it the British king? Are they British? Because we got rid of all of our British monarchs on our money. Just saying.
Can I change this file type? Okay, so I want to try something. It could be that the version's having an effect on it, just in case. Do I still have it? I do. So if I were to go and open, this is the other location. No, that is the location. This one. I believe that's this value. God, I haven't done this forever.
Oh my goodness.
I believe that's 7.5 is what that means.
I looked at a screen like this once and I immediately had to close it because no.
I'm actually surprised this opens because I thought 7.5 doesn't open.
There's clearly a lady on this money.
Yeah, so then this is saying it's 7.2. So technically, it's kind of funny that one of the file textures it doesn't support it from Dota. To fix it, you have to go in the hex editor and just drop it down a value because then it will actually work. They're apparently just both supported. Oh, that's not what I want.
Wait, do you guys put the money, the face of the current reigning British monarch on your money?
All right, let's see if that works.
I'm learning so much.
It didn't work. I thought I did change the... I haven't saved it yet. I just got rid of the texture there. So upgrading it artificially to version 7.5, which now I want to see if that actually worked. If I close this one and then reopen it. Yeah, see now it says version 7.5. Okay, so that didn't fix it, but because of that, if you ever have a problem where like it says you go to NSFM and it says the texture version is too new, this is actually how you fix it. You would just go in here and the first line of the hex code is the version number. You just downgrade it from whatever point, I think it's 7.5. That's what I'm surprised this won't open, to 7.4. You just change 5 to 4 and voila, it works. It's stupid. But I don't know. I'm not seeing any differences between the two as to why one is doing the thing and one isn't. It could be the way that the transparency is like the alpha layer is loaded. Maybe like, do bitmaps store transparency?
I'll tell you this about Declan. He's not thrilled with Charles. He misses Queen Elizabeth.
Well, yeah, because
she was the monarch.
Yeah, he doesn't wear bright green dresses.
It's true.
When everybody green screen the Queen way back, that was great.
There's also Charles has a bit of a history that the Queen did not have, like scandals and whatnot.
She probably did too. She was just sneakier about it.
Yeah. Charles' dirty laundry was more public throughout his life.
Okay, so this is probably where I could potentially, set the version. Let's say 7.5. So this is official 7.5 instead of like me just overriding the value. Some of these are potential boxes where I haven't really played with them. So without mid maps, the texture will have no LED scaling and also be smaller. Oh, I can just tell it just not to generate it. Okay, that's cool. Clamp it, that's fine because it's already underneath there. Resize to be a power of 2, which it already is. So that doesn't matter. The normal map doesn't matter. This is the stuff that I am unsure on. So like, I'm gonna import from here, but like, this already looks different. Yeah, maybe this didn't store alpha maps. Let me go back to see. We're doing some troubleshooting.
All I know about Howard the Duck is what I saw in the first hour of the movie I watched.
That's not what I wanted.
And I wouldn't recommend it. It's a lot of weird stuff. It's a lot of really weird stuff. Like, whatever you're thinking, it's weirder than that. It is a weird, weird movie.
So this is DXT1. So maybe if I import, let's just do import of this as normal. Oh, okay. So this is, let me go to the import. That's just says normal and alpha format. So the alpha's in DXT5, normal format's in DXT1. What if I say both in 5?
Those are buzzing, so I'm turning them off.
Is anything here? Check. No, let's just see what this does now. I'm kind of losing hope. At least Michael's here to make me feel better. Oh,
yeah, I'm here to like look at water stains with you.
Okay. I'm going to save that, but I'm also going to restart the software because some stuff could stick.
And I gotta say that between water stains and ponies, I think ponies went out.
This is important.
I know it's important.
It's not just for now, like going forward, this would be useful to have. Also solving this like stupid issue with different textures acting one way or another.
I got no culture. They had nude lady duck puppets in the first 5 minutes of the film, like 2 of them. Like, I don't need that.
It depends on who you ask.
Like, they had very human anatomy for ducks.
What if I put both of these on?
It is a disturbingly odd film.
Because I know let me look up. And now I'm just curious, like, why is translucent not behaving? Is there something that I need to do with it? Material shader specifies the material should be partially see-through. The alpha channel of the base textures is used to decide translucency per pixel. Any object with translucent material does not affect the whatever. Yeah, just translucent one. Yeah, I know that there's a difference between the two, and it actually does matter. Like translucent which offers varying degrees of opacity. FTL test does not. Which are on or off. Yeah, that's what I understood. So it's cheaper than translucent. We used to achieve similar effect materials with translucent. Parameter reduce cost.
I'm not judging the ducks, Frost.
spell
I'm
that right?
judging the guy who made those puppets. Like, I don't. It's strange, man. person, whoever made the puppets of the new duck ladies. I hope he got paid well. But I'm not shaking his hand.
What is this? This is not a property I've ever used before. If I'm having problems with translucent, why not just use alpha test with it?
Judge the commission process. Did you judge the commissioner, or
No.
the one who commissions it, or the guy who's like, I have experience in making mood ducks? Just raise his hand.
Boo!
It doesn't appear to be working. I would help, but you would murder me. Also, you probably know more, so
It's more of these textures, as far as I can tell, have the same VMT information, but they're acting completely different, which then to me means there's something in the underlying file about how that file was saved by somebody else compared to how I'm saving it now.
why don't you just make it completely transparent, everything that isn't the stain, and then just put that over top of whatever you want to put it over top of?
Because I only can have on and off. Like, no, because then this would be replacing the wall, and all the walls would look identical, and I would have to shape them to the exact bits. Having it like this means I can overlap them and size them differently so they all look different, not just repeated. So that's why I would like an overlay. And it's possible for the stupid road lets me do it. And like it could be that maybe you need a bump map on it to make it work. Like hell, like the mask files are all within the same thing. Let's try. I don't think it's going to be the case. So that doesn't change anything. Go back to the documentation here. It's the you could combine alpha test with it. That's interesting. Yeah, it's to blend nearby unwanted outlining effects. Yeah, I'm not getting that either. You could get these pixels in alpha or one. Yeah, it's not giving me any information to help me figure out why it's not working. But it could just be that the software that I'm using, like the exporting of files, like it just doesn't like exporting or getting an alpha file from an alpha file is just a texture file, so it shouldn't matter what the format is that I give it. I tried BMP. GIF definitely wouldn't work. JPEG wouldn't work.
I can't remember what I did for the Carousel Boutique, but it's definitely got some transparent textures in that.
Yeah.
Is like the whole fringe around the top. That's one. Like it's not a bunch of polygons. It's transparent textures with solid textures mixed in.
Yeah, nothing there gives me extra options.
I know I did it with that one. Just saying.
Well, kind of like, so if I take this texture and we export it. So this is exporting as a targa.
Okay. That makes sense if you want to edit it.
A targa with an alpha channel. So now I thought that targets couldn't do alpha channels. So now let's go back to this. Save a copy. Targa. It says alpha channels. It's checked.
Yeah.
In the box.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. Where's I already deleted it.
You know, it would be fun, chat, while he works on this water texture.
Troubleshooting.
Yeah, while he's troubleshooting this water texture, if you guys posted some of our quotes, that's always fun.
Yeah, usually you're just sad about it.
No, it's fun sad though.
Like I don't even know what half of these are. Like what's a RGB 88888?
I only use the
DXT1 and 5 are the default.
65s.
Like I'm not gonna clamp or resize because it doesn't matter. I already keep it to both of these.
Very British horse.
Compute reflectivity. Generate thumbnail.
Free prostate exam. I love those. I had 3 this week. Argo. Of course. He does enjoy prostate exams.
I keep changing my name to make sure I get as many as I can.
Like, it's like you just walk in with like a mustache. Like, don't I know you? Like,
See, you
no.
lost it. Where'd my alpha layer go? So like if I go and import this one, the one I just exported, DXT, everything's fine. The alpha layers on this one.
Okay.
So why is it in this file but not the other one? Is it just like a Photoshop thing? Like the way it exports Targas?
I always use GIMP. Well, I'm sure Photoshop's the better program, so I don't know.
I mean, it's as far as I can tell. I did the wrong folder there. Not dirt. I want highway. If I import this, there's no options that I can see that are different than what the other one has selected.
Those are.
But there's nothing.
I haven't seen a woman in years. It's correct. It's true.
A little bit of trauma never hurt nobody.
Yep, there you go. All wise words.
Yeah, what is going on with this? When it exports, it includes it.
I had a whole conversation about what happens if I try to help, so
You don't know Photoshop anyway.
no, I don't. I know GIMP. I don't know Photoshop.
Because I see alpha layer here. An alpha layer. Actually,
In my understanding, though.
Oh, so technically there's no alpha layer in this. The transparency is in the texture.
Yes, that is how I remember it. The alpha layer is not necessary.
Well, how do you force it to make one?
You have to do it in the VMT thing.
But this is already semi-transparent.
But it's not about.
You can't make an alpha layer within VMT editor.
You don't. It's a command to make it turn anything that has nothing in the data transparent. So if you make it, if you transport a texture that has nothing in a certain part of the texture.
Actually, wait. I have a better idea.
I mean, I did it for the Carousel Boutique, so if you want to just see what commands I add for that.
Nope, I think I have a better idea.
Okay.
There is, I believe, an override that will let you use a different texture for a different purpose.
Hear me out, Argo. Turn it off and on again.
No! I think...
You were just the aftermath of a
that's for the
worldwide
environment
fish
mask. I thought
That's a good one. You're just the aftermath of a worldwide fish orgy.
yeah.
Like, no.
Okay, so it's our environment maps. I thought you could do an override to have the mask be separate. No, what I think I can do probably though is this texture, if it removes the alpha information, is just going to make it dirty. So what I can do is take everything that is, actually this is, or it's still showing as a whatever flattened image. Okay, so that works for that. That's good. We're going to delete that. We're going to duplicate, and then we're going to flatten this one. Where'd it go? Flatten image. So now, no, not, okay, flatten visible. I thought there was like a rasterized layer. There we go. Oh, that's not quite what I was looking for. We're going to just,
You're here to suck your pie.
can I just, make a, can I just do that? No, it's gonna ask me to save it. No. I thought I could just flatten this in the like layer.
That one's dark.
Just cancel. No, so I can't get rid of it.
It's true.
I already have it open. Because it probably won't matter just with how SFM's going to handle it anyway. There, I made an alpha layer.
Did it.
I think that should work because it's going to just convert that first one to whatever.
You know what the funny thing is? That quote 8, I know exactly why I said that.
They turn the children into sperm?
Yes. We're talking about a Magic School Bus episode.
Oh, yeah, that I remember that one.
Yeah. If you drink enough whiskey, you don't feel sick no more. And then you feel more sick. And then you keep drinking whiskey. Michael.
Okay, that's the alpha layer. That's the regular layer.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if that works. Not that either. Okay, I'm in the right folder, but that's going to put it somewhere else. Save, replace. Let's just there.
Can I?
Still not working, Michael.
Can I make a suggestion?
Huh.
Go back into where you were saving it.
Okay, just tell me what the suggestion is. Don't give me the steps.
There's I kind of have to give you steps because I'm doing it through muscle memory.
In Photoshop.
No, in that program. Go to view or tools or options. I think it was options. Create VMT file. Auto create.
No,
VMT.
no smooching.
is that going to create something in here?
Yeah.
Okay, where did that go?
Well, it didn't create it yet, I don't think.
No, I hit the option. Oh, I have to export it.
Yeah.
That I probably won't override something, but if it creates a VMT, the models, I mean, I can probably grab properties from it, but I can't use that VMT file.
Why not?
Because the program is pointed to the other VMT file. I can't redirect it.
Yeah, it needs to be looking at this VMT file.
No, it can't. The model itself would have to be exported and then re-imported to give it the new texture file.
Well, I think that's might be what you have to do. Because the model is holding the properties for the whether or not there's an alpha.
But why would the VMT is literally just a text file?
Yes.
I can modify the text file. Why would I need to export it?
Well, because they're doing it like this version gives you checkboxes to check off and makes it easier.
But I can just export it and copy paste the text out of it.
Okay. Well, then set up the text first.
Well, that's what. No, I don't know. I already did.
I can't remember what the options are.
But this is all the options. Unless you're talking about the ones on import.
Those aren't all the options. There's stuff missing that I
Nope, there's not.
remember.
This is all that you get.
VMTA file for
Hold on. I need. You're having me create files, and I want to make sure where those are, so I don't just have tons of files being made. I already have these two. I don't need.
I'm scared for my life.
I don't see the VMT file that was created.
No, you didn't create one.
I says auto create VMT file. Do I have to go?
When you save it?
I did. I did save as, and then it said, "Do you want to replace it?" And I said yes. That is the VTF file. Where is the export VMT file?
Oh no! Wait, go back to tools.
Okay,
Create
this
VMT
one.
file. Yes.
But then why would I have to say auto create? So these are all empty because none of these are real.
Yeah.
What's in here?
Here's what you wanted to do.
It's already checked for
You
translucence.
want to do the either the vertex alpha or the alpha test.
No, not alpha test.
No call. I think no call.
Do you know what no call is?
It's one of these.
Because you're just labeling options here. No call is about ensuring that there's no texture on the backside.
Yeah, which I think is
This I could potentially see being more of a
change
thing.
that to the vertex. Vertex, yeah.
Yeah, that one's the correct one.
Yes.
This I'm unsure of.
Do that, no call,
this
and alpha test.
I've never. You can't do no alpha test is a 1 and 0. It doesn't have any gradient. We've just covered this.
Do them all and see what happens.
No, alpha test is a 1 and 0. No gradient. I need a gradient. That's what we're trying to figure out. So your advice is telling me to do things that are opposite that we already talked about.
I know one of the. This is where you need to do a thing.
I will check this. I will create it, and we're going to say, okay, this is in the props highway. I shouldn't have a VMT. Whatever. Okay. We're going to look at what this file says.
If I survive tonight, guys.
Oh, look, Michael. It's basically the same other than adding whatever this is.
Yeah, but adding whatever that is might be what fixes your issue.
What does it do, Michael?
Hopefully.
Why does this one not have it?
I don't know.
No. If
Look
you're
at
giving
what I did in
troubleshoot,
Carousel Boutique, and then you'll know the correct one.
you didn't have gradient. You had alpha test.
You're right.
Alpha test is. I already have alpha test works. I'm not worried about alpha test. I'm worried about the other stuff. Oh look, it didn't do anything.
No.
It's
definitely one of those though. I don't remember which option makes it work.
Well, this one has at least an alpha layer, which is improvement. When you say DRAM, then I think of penis things. I get it. I mean, I said it. Are you Googling it?
Maybe. You gonna hurt me, are you?
There's no reason to physically hurt you. Emotional damage is.
Yeah.
way
I'm
more,
already
way better.
terrified.
The no call might, being that it's not a 2D model, it could be having problems with it. But technically I would want it to be called.
But you only need to see it from one side.
Yeah, but that's the default should be calling. I don't think that's going to change anything, considering it's, again, this is not on the other one either. I just want to make sure, like, I don't know what the default value is for this. No, that doesn't do anything. Because call is about like, I think this is off now. Yeah, so this texture is called where you can't see the texture within the inside, but if I were to put no, tell it not to call, you'd see the texture on both sides, which is handy. You have like a sign that has no depth and you want to have it visible on both sides.
They did say there's a command that's just you already have it.
It could be that it just doesn't like overrides.
And you already tried alpha test?
Alpha test doesn't have gradient support.
Okay.
That's.
But you already implied the gradient in the texture itself.
But it doesn't support it. It will get rid of the gradient. We got alpha test worked.
Yes.
Translucent doesn't. But there was the one property that you can add to it to add a gradient to alpha test. Yeah, see, we went over this. Everybody's like, oh my God, Michael, you're just repeating things.
I'm trying to help. But alpha test is what adds the alpha layer. It doesn't exist without it.
Translucent. Unlike translucent, which allows for varying degrees of opacity, alpha test does not. Portions of your text will either be on or off.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no gradient. Is what that means. There is this property, which I will try now that we did the alpha fix. And technically I can have both these on at once. We can see what that does. This should be in quotations. But I'm going to guess it's going to do nothing. And it could also be, it also could be a bit where it's working right now, but because of caching,
You need to restart.
it just needs a restart. Sometimes that is just a thing as well.
It's true. I got the hiccups now. Terrified.
See, now alpha test is not even showing anything, even though I know for sure it has the layer.
Yeah. Don't do a book. That's
No, it's
illegal in 30 states. It's true.
damn it. Okay, you know what? No, it's working. I'm just stupid. I'm really stupid. See, Michael, this is why
God, I could help.
I don't need your help, because you're doing it wrong. This is the correct mask.
Yeah. There you go.
It was inverted.
Yeah.
We got there. It just required Michael
Frustrating you.
literally crossing his arms like he's trying to protect himself.
Please don't hit me. I drink.
I've never hit you physically.
No, you have.
Emotion. What? Don't make me. It's one of those things of, you know, if I'm going to be guilty of it anyway, I'm going for it.
I said you haven't.
Uh-huh.
Shrek is a reflection of all of us. It's true. Everything I say is correct.
There it goes. Kind of. Actually, I do need to.
It just looks like more wear. So
Yes, but it means I have to cover the full wall. Always going to see a small little line on certain parts. But at least we have that fixed. But also,
you would have to go in and erase that manually.
this isn't dark. This is light. And that's not
It's still like mildew.
Yeah, but he put that on a
Instead of
wall.
mold.
Well, let me double check.
Mildew's going to be white. Mold's going to be black.
Where'd you go?
Depends what kind of water damage you're looking for.
I'm looking for darker.
Yeah.
Not looking for water damage specifically. Okay, so with the lights on, it's just with the lights off. Okay, I thought it was maybe a light thing. So, so this will work. But what I need to do is,
I feel like this was a good reflection of like our previous conversation.
what I need to do is clear out a little bit of this other crap, which it's very minor, so it's not going to be that visible. But what it's doing is it's going to create little, like, well, right now I even have an edge. What the hell? I mean, it's rounded edge because it's a freaking sign.
Oh yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. But it does have an edge. Like, oh, yeah. And this doesn't make any sense.
I don't know if that's something you can erase.
No, I bet
I
you
don't
it's,
see it along the sides.
well, because it's so minor.
Maybe if you make the texture a little bit bigger than the sides.
That's exactly what I was going to do.
Yeah. Helping.
Telling me exactly what I'm going to do.
It continues to be dangerous, yes.
Okay. So it's a little bit bigger, so that should get rid of that. And then if I were to,
If you input a poop sandwich.
actually, since the other one's here now, if I flatten the image now, yeah, the alpha stays. So now I can actually see for real the image. Let's go.
That one remains true.
Okay, so that's where I can see it. Let's go and add image, layer, adjustment layer, levels, and we're gonna throw that up. So now I can turn it on and off, but now I can see the areas that are potentially a problem. We are going to just, well, for one, if I were to go on this and just increase the brightness or something. Yeah. Boom. Most of it's gone.
Yeah, that worked. That was pretty good.
I was thinking that might be
You can just
solution.
leave that. That's a little extra water damage is all that is.
Yeah, but it's at the edge, so you have still have those lines. Not like that.
Okay.
And then delete that. The alpha layer will still have those part visible, but it would be over a white texture though. Okay, so we have to go into here and just make sure that I get those completely etched out there. Okay. Now let's try this again. Got there eventually. I only got slightly angry at Michael.
Yeah, and I like to think what I suggested led you in the right direction.
Sometimes you just got to be angry to find the right answer.
You got to be willing to like get murdered to offer help.
We can hope. Those edges are still there.
Again. Yeah, that is weird.
So the alpha layer is going to need the same treatment. So the alpha layer is also including some of those mask bits.
Yeah.
It's a little harder to do that. Can we just go? That was like, I think, increase brightness by 15. So if I were to decrease this by 15, that'd probably do the same thing. And what was the other problem? Those edges are still there.
Yeah.
So
I'm not
that
sure on. I think that's something to do with the sign you're using.
I'm thinking the issue with that is,
Can you completely remove the texture from the edges of the sign?
no. It's probably the edge of the sign is using something
Else
from
in the texture. Yeah.
no. No, the alpha is still saying a black on the whole bottom. So I would think that the edge of it might be
Top.
maybe it might be using the very edge of this because it's white, so it's probably just using the very top bit.
Creates a problem.
Yeah. Well,
Unless if you just push the sign far enough in.
it's going to, which is it, but that's the plan. So
Okay.
I think it's fine.
Yeah.
It's annoying, and I'd rather not have that.
Because you're working on a very thin margin with that there.
Yeah. Did I already do this? I can't remember. I'm going to do it anyway. I don't even know if I exported it now that I think about it. Yeah, I don't even know if I exported it from Photoshop. I'll double check it that I did that first.
It does sound like Halo. They posted a quote from Halo.
Just watch a close-up zoom in of you humping his face. No, that could be like anything.
Yeah, no. True. Just another art stream.
Or like if we were in the backyard, like doing stuff. I don't know.
It happens.
Yeah. Okay, so that didn't get rid of it. So this alpha layer needs, like, hold on. If I go back in here to brightness, was this even doing anything? It was. I can probably dim this quite a bit and get away with it because I can just multi-layer it if I need it to be a brighter whatever.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want legacy. But I can't preview it in the same way. Can I?
Looks like blood.
So technically, I'm not seeing anything on here for the mask. Like, as far as I can tell, it's not there. But that was one. Yeah. I'm not seeing anything, but it could be that that just levels bit doesn't touch the mask. So it's just a lie. Yeah, make it look 3D. That's kind of cool. I could increase the contrast. So if we increase the contrast and then decrease the brightness a little bit, that might help. We'll see if that does anything. Because it's just about getting it. It's so close to a certain value that I'm pretty sure it just has to like flip over to flip over to nothing. No. What are you laughing about?
Ron.
I heard you laughing.
No. It's in your head. See, this is why I'm in trouble, Jack. I'm just sitting here like, you laughing at me? No.
No, that changed things around.
See, now I'm laughing. This is fun.
No, so that didn't do anything.
Yes.
I mean,
It's
it
very
did
easy to
something, but it didn't touch the minor portions. Oh,
A raft.
okay. No,
Well,
I'm
that's
stupid.
a rare one.
I'm really stupid. There's an easy way to fix this.
That was a fun game.
Which one?
Raft. That was a fun one to
We had
play
fun with
together.
it, yeah.
It was me, you, and John.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was just us three.
Mm-hmm.
I think Kyle was busy. I'm not sure.
Sounds like Kyle.
So if the
That's
other
what
one got rid of
600.
it,
We're not quite there
Oh.
yet. Someday, Frosty.
yeah, I don't know what number we're at right now. I can check.
Delicious beaver butt.
We are at. No, we are. We have a 600.
Yeah, there's a 600.
Yeah, we're up to 653.
I don't know why it didn't work. Oh, there it is.
Oh, because you put quite.
Yes.
He
That's
just-
Nolan. Michael says he wants a 3-way. He has stuff upstairs to do it. I do. It's still up there. They don't want to eat like most of the food I like to cook. I want to eat fish. I want to eat 3-ways. I just want to eat Pop-Tarts.
You want fishy
Because-
3-ways?
Yeah, actually. I thought that salmon I made was amazing. And I think I can do an even better job because it had been so long. There are things I can do to improve it. But I'll wait a while. He's not a salmon fan.
You can make fish. I'm just gonna eat other stuff.
I know, but that kind of defeats the whole purpose of cooking for others.
You're cooking for you and Adam.
No, Adam even said he didn't like it that much. You both are children.
Okay, Adam's the one that eats grilled cheese all the time.
Yes.
Like, and with tomato ketchup.
Yes. He likes ketchup, which is just a sugar sauce. That's all ketchup is. It's like I want to put
There we
sugar
go.
on things, but not
Fixed
make it obvious.
We had brats, tater tots, and sauerkraut yesterday, and he
Yeah.
put ketchup on it.
Yeah, I saw.
Like,
ketchup and sauerkraut.
I mean, sure, if you want to have ketchup, but ketchup and
he
sauerkraut?
put, to his defense, he did put the sauerkraut to the side and ate it separate. And he put the ketchup.
But then why do you even have it?
Yeah, I know. I know it's bad. People who like sweet over savory are the worst.
Adam has he has even stated specifically that he has an uncontrollable sweet tooth. And when we have candy in the house for kids to consume,
What kids?
for
What children are you
Halloween.
referring- Oh,
for
okay.
Halloween, he said that I could not put the bag out and I could not tell him where it is because he would be eating from the bag of Halloween candy and probably finish it before Halloween. And I'm like, dude, just don't eat from the bag. He goes, you don't understand. So I had to actually hide our bag of candy.
Yay, we're gonna big Nightly. The only communication we have with Nightly, well, I have with Nightly right now, is like his chat.
Oh,
We
this,
have a chat for him.
this is
and
the
I, like,
problem with the textures.
yeah,
This one's so wide. It's gonna have difficulties with the.
Can't you put the scratch and squish thing on it?
You could, but then you're gonna have those dirty lines stretched and squished as well. So it'll help for little things, and it's fine for this area because these are long enough walls. I'm not worried about it. But
It'll create a little bit of diversity in the stains as well.
so these are a little small right now, which was a bit of a concern I had. But if I go and
Why haven't you
scale
dangled the
this
dingle?
up a lot.
That has plenty of self-control. He just not in regards to sweets. He does kind of eat like a child would. Like if you put like, here's a nice plate of asparagus and fish or here's a cake, a slice of cake. Now which one are you gonna eat? He will eat the cake. He will absolutely eat the cake.
Adam is big on, he wants to eat healthy, but he refuses to eat healthy. So his idea of healthy is getting salads from a fast food place to eat healthy, because he doesn't understand how it works otherwise.
Then I'll eat like the fish, but then I'll eat the whole fish. There'll be nothing left. So doesn't work out either. Like I'm not proud of to say that one of those rotisserie chickens. I could definitely just put one of those away.
I can too. It's
Stop
in the
myself.
fridge. I can put things in the fridge.
Why haven't you eaten that yet? I need that. That's gonna be my breakfast. Part of it anyway. Like we need to eat that.
No.
That's not. That's supposed to be eat same day you buy it.
I can't flip this around. It's not
Why didn't we just eat that
flippable.
tonight?
Because Adam put on the calendar for food what we were going to eat, even though he wasn't here. He put pizza, and I'm like, oh, we're guess he's going to make pizza. No, he didn't make pizza. He left early.
Yeah, that's like you're gonna make.
Yeah, he's like, he wrote on there what we were going to eat. Like, oh,
He's decided.
okay.
You wanna eat like you don't have any money issues? I don't. I enjoy eating as cheaply as possible.
I want to eat healthy. I want to eat like money is no issue, or eat a rich person. Okay.
Left to my own devices, it would just be ramen most days. Like, I just haven't, like, it's not good for you. But I like ramen. I'm gonna be back again. Actually, I need to wait a moment. So you finish your drink, and then I can get another drink.
I'm not getting another one after
Get
this.
another drink? Okay. Well,
There's only 15 minutes left. I don't want. What do I do? Base texture. My brain's just so used to putting that. Where'd it go? Sign. Did the color override break it? Interesting. I think the color override broke it. I like to cook Malaysia and Filipino food. It's easy and tastes good. I don't know if I've ever had that. Not that I know of, anyway. Yeah, I'm not liking this one as much as the one we were using, but using some of the same techniques that we used today for like playing with contrast and stuff, I might be able to make it work. On the other ones, just play with the contrast, whatever, to try to hide the backgrounds. Huh? What? I don't like when you start laughing.
We'll find out later. It's fine.
What did you do to Rainbow Dash?
I didn't do anything to Rainbow
It had to
Dash.
be to a horse.
No, it wasn't to a horse. See, now you're more worried.
No, I'm really worried.
Yeah. It's like you did something that's not to a horse.
I know, that is freaking weird. Like, I thought you were only doing weird fetishy things to horses.
No fetishy things. Jeez. Think so little of me.
Yes.
It's fine. Malaysian and Filipino food. See, I grew up in the South and I'm really good at cooking Southern food, but I struggle with most other things.
Oh yes, anything that isn't 3-course meal of veggie, starch, and meat,
Yeah.
you struggle with.
Yeah, like my stir fry, not great. I
You
tried.
made General Tso's with Dino Nuggies.
That was fun. That was entertainment, and we ate those dino nuggies.
No, I had to throw away the last of it.
Did you? Why?
Because they weren't dino, they were melted into like breading and mush.
This is what. I go to eat grits. Yes, grits are delicious. He's had them, I think, at least once.
I wouldn't be surprised, but whether or not I knew what they were or something, I'm not sure.
It's basically just oatmeal made from corn.
Yeah, I know what grits are. I just don't know if I've had it in any like recent-ish period of time.
It's good with ham and butter. It's not the same as cornmeal though. They do something strange to the corn to make it grits instead of cornmeal. It's I don't know the process, but they're tasty.
That's a bit better, but I still like this compared to this. This just looks way better. This looks like actual stains. But I don't think that's the problem with the process. It's the problem with the specific stain texture that I'm using. I think because this one doesn't feel, it feels like lines, not as much patches. And that's what I'm not liking about it. But it does show the potential that such the thing could work. Plus, apparently I can't color override them, which is annoying.
Well, maybe you can, but just in reverse, because everything is like the negative of.
No, this isn't. No, like this. So when I went to do override, so I go over here. It could be because I did that weird other thing first, but do color. Okay, so it could be that when I tried to do it as a string at first, it just was confused. Okay, so this is where. Well, wait. What happens if I go like?
Ooh!
It's the ooze.
Got the bioluminescence. I'm trying to think of a way to describe grits. Grits are fairly unique in the food world.
Okay, that's a bit better.
There's not a lot of things that are like it. I would say, imagine an oatmeal that is more fine in its overall texture, kind of not quite as fine as flour, and it goes really well mixed with like butter and savory things. It's very works well in.
It sounds very southern.
Yes. Well, yes. It's like
yes or yes.
It's like definitively southern. Like it is a thing that helps define southern food. It's like saying hot dish. That sounds awfully Minnesotan. It's like, well, yes. It defines Minnesotan food. Even though it's just casserole. Don't let them fool you.
I will pour grits on your bed.
I would say no. Like
on your bed?
No, that southern food is deep fried. No. Like yes, some of it, but it's not what defines southern food.
It's a lot of the comfort foods where it's high carb, high protein, high fats, high sugars. Yes. And they'll throw a veggie in there to feel better.
They'll throw collard greens in there, but then they'll mix it with bacon, like the animals they are. And I do it all the time because it's delicious.
Why is this one suddenly redder than the other one?
Southern cooking is about butter, lard, corn, and not deep fried. I mean, some of it's deep fried, but you know how hard it is to deep fry something? You have to set up a whole, like, pan with oil in it, and back in the day, that was crazy dangerous, because if that oil hit the fire, that's your arm hair is gone. It's not something a lot of people do. It takes a lot of resources. Maybe a big party, people would pull it out for, like, a big fish fry, but even then, it's cheaper and easier to pan fry it, so no. I would not say deep frying is a southern.
This room has a red hue to it for the light. So if I get it too close to that wall, it gets a red hue. But if I pull it a little bit further out, that's an easy fix. Yeah. And I'm going to have to, because otherwise you get it like floating. kind of here, and that's kind of weird. But it's an easy fix. Plus, I'm not too worried on that. It's just, I feel like even if I double up on these and to try to like darken them, it feels more like crayon on the wall and not much stains. It could be that just maybe these ones are better, like on the ceiling or something.
Yeah. I mean, ceiling implies roof damage. What you got going on implies flooding. You could have both. Like, this place is just gone to
And
heck.
this looks a little better, just having it come from top and bottom.
Yeah.
But I think it's mainly helping because it's filling the wall more. I think my main issue with it right now is it feels like the wall is still very flat textured and
I think
not
you should
stained
do
all
both.
over.
I think you should do both. I think it looks good.
I think I just need to get a different texture. It's just finding, I think I can use the one that I did use and then just do that thing with the like, because I can do the alpha copy, just do the copy the inverted alpha or inverted image for the alpha, play around with the contrast to try to hide the background, and probably just call it good.
Yeah.
So I have an American style restaurant over here. Either it just does big slaps of meat with some sort of source for a heap of flavor, and then at least one thing marked as Southern style deep fried.
No, the only sauce in the South is buttermilk and bacon based sausage based gravies. That's the only sauce the South uses. Everything else is seasoning, and it depends on what part of the South. But if you're like in the American South, a lot of times it's just salt and pepper because that's all they have. If you want American Southern cooking, it's a lot of butter, a lot of pork fat, pan frying, not deep frying, and the primary flavor is fat.
Also, it's also America. Well, it has a lot of different areas that have different foods. If you go to the South, you go to the East, you go to the West, it's all very different. And trying to go to a single restaurant that just goes American is hard because we have a very diverse cuisine across the country. Southern and deep frying is, I think, what they kind of go with because it's the like worst for you, and we're America. So,
but something to think about with the South is generally it's like just it tends to be a more poverty part of America. So think beans, think cornbread, think cheap foods that have been made to taste as good as possible using as much fat and sugar as possible.
The cheapest foods are the worst for you.
Yes.
And that's
why heart disease is such a problem in that area of the world.
The cheapest things are the worst for you. And then when you become unhealthy from it, you're stuck paying high medical bills for all the follow up from it. So
then that just
it's easy.
It's a snake eating its own tail.
Yeah. It's you're saving money on one side and you're screwing yourself over on the other, or you're lowering your life expectancy or something else. So
it's good though.
Let's look at this one. This is better, but I still think.
And yes, everyone uses ranch. That's true.
I still think this is better.
Ranch is cheap and everywhere. Ranch dressing.
Ranch is everywhere. I'm okay with ranch, but it's way overused.
Yeah.
Way overused. Like buffalo wings, I'd rather have blue cheese.
Yeah.
To dip it in, even though they do ranch.
Honestly, I'd rather Italian or vinaigrette dressing on my salad.
Oh, I thought you were going to say with your chicken wings.
No.
No, I love Caesar. Caesar is one of the lowest sugar dressings you can get, which is surprising. Ranch is one of the highest.
By that,
yeah. I went and looked at a whole bunch. I'm not a fan of Italian and stuff, but a lot of them are. I mean, milk is high in sugar, but it doesn't taste sugary. It's just sometimes something is so bad they use the sugar to make it palatable. Yeah. And so, yeah. But yeah, I don't do ranch.
But if you want Southern cooking, just take I don't know, fish, for instance, and just melt a bunch of butter into a pan, and then just fry it in the butter, salt and pepper it, and then eat it with some collard greens that you've chopped up and cooked some, boiled some bacon with.
What you basically just said is take a meat and cook it in fat, which you have to do.
Yeah.
Add salt and pepper, which is the norm across the world.
Yeah, that's all.
So you just
but it's the only thing the South has.
you just described the bare minimum to cook.
That's the Southern cooking, yes.
And the collard greens is the only one that is maybe specific, but collard greens are any.
How dare you?
Because okay, so to make your collard greens palatable, what do you add in there?
Bacon.
Yeah, so you're.
Because I am from the South.
I know, but you're like collard greens are great, but only when you mix in a meat.
Yes, correct. Everything should have bacon in it. It's just how it should be. Nobody wants to live past 50.
No, we're all just destined for death.
At least your green should taste good.
And I don't want to start playing around with those textures.
I think another southern vegetables okra.
I know.
Really
Think I'll leave these for now.
made a lot of okra.
Looking at this texture though, for how wide it actually is, it is not gonna fit here.
Use your stretch thing.
It's gonna, but then it's already thin lines, and I have a problem with how thin they are. And then you're saying make them thinner. It's just gonna be tiny little slits. That's not how staining works, and I don't even think you see that one wall. You see that wall? Oh, you do. Okay. The one thing I need to do is I need to talk to this horse about taking a bath.
No,
Let's look at this one.
Yeah.
He's nice and clean.
He's had a bath more recently.
And like this one's nice and
it
clean.
seems like the mares are dirtier. What have you done?
Because this mare's nice and clean.
Oh,
She got an explosive thumb. Vodka, I am out of booze and I'm not grabbing another one 2 minutes before the end. I will grab some water, I'll grab a lot of water, but I'm not going to drink. I'm not going to grab another booze. That's just going to make me have a rough day. But you're not.
No. When I cooked that fish, there was so much leftover butter that I threw a lot of the butter out. Good fish.
A lot of, oh, okay. Oh,
you okay?
I just had a lot of water.
Yeah, don't drown.
No, I need water. It's good. I remember that adding ice is American. Holy shit, it is American.
Adding ice to what?
Adding ice to our drinks.
Oh.
So yeah, getting a soda at a restaurant and then they'll take a cup like this, they'll fill it to here with ice.
Yeah.
And then they'll put the rest of it soda to where you have a nice cold drink, but you're basically paying for ice. If I can't remember the last time at a restaurant I ordered a soda. I will sometimes get a beer, but they don't put ice in there, thank God.
People get pissed if you put ice in their beer.
Yeah, my mom does that. I do not. I don't get sodas at restaurants because you're paying like $3 to $4 for the cheapest possible thing on the menu. It is such a waste of money. I do not get a soda at a restaurant. Just get a water. It's so much cheaper. Or if you're going to pay for something, get a beer or get a liquor or something. Yeah, it's going to be more than the soda is, but at least you're getting something out of it. It's not this. Yeah. I don't like that. You can ask for no ice, but I would say that only about a third of the time do they actually remember. One of our friends always gets his drinks with no ice, and I would say a third or a fourth of the time they just come with ice anyway.
Well, most restaurants do free refills, so
free. But they still do it because you're more than likely not going to drink more than one.
Yeah.
Some people will, but yeah. I just realized that we never get ice in our drinks when we go out. I'm okay with a bit of ice. If you want to put like in a glass like this, maybe a third of the glass is ice, sure. But here it's like this. It's a ton. And it's because if they know most people aren't going to finish their glasses, if they fill most of it with ice, then any refill you get is just going to be less soda. And they're just, it's stupid. The only soda I can think of that I have never had ice in is like if you get 1919 root beer, they tend to charge by the glass. They don't charge, there's no refills because it's expensive root beer. Then they don't put ice in it. So, you know, it makes sense. They better not at that point. Oh God, I'd be angry.
I'm paying by the glass and you filled it with ice.
Get your shit out of here. All right, we're gonna see what else.
Like, yes,
did mostly
American
texture
uses
today.
ice, but most restaurants do free refills. So
Ice is like an option, but you never get much. Yeah, and you shouldn't. I feel like the drink should not be ice cold.
But in most countries, they charge by the glass.
Yeah, then that would make sense too. But then you're probably still getting more. If you're only having one glass, it's the same whether there's free refills or not.
Yeah.
So if you're getting twice as much in a glass, is equivalent of 2 drinks. No, I just get water. Just get water. As long as you have good water in that area. I refuse to pay for soda at a restaurant because you order a meal and it's like what? Say it's a burger and fries or something, and you pay like $16 for it, and then it's like $4 for a soda. A fourth of that whole meal for the burger and fries was added on as just a soda. And no,
Doesn't need their
just
caffeine
water.
fix.
No.
No.
Yeah, we don't do free refills here, but like I go to Macca's Pizza and get a Coke. I will have barely any ice, but then you don't need a free refill. The free refills are because we just fill with water. It is water down your drinks. Ice fills glasses by volume. By adding ice, that's smaller amount of Coke syrup that increases the restaurant's profit. Yeah, because water and ice is basically free. The syrup is also, in general, if you go to McDonald's and you get a cup of something, the cup costs more than everything in it. That's why McDonald's for a while was doing like the dollar any size, because it didn't matter. Whatever, if they added more liquid, it didn't cost anything more to them. The cup costs more. Sometimes in a lot of the foods, the things that the food was cheaper than the wrapping they put with it. So it was stupid. I don't know why.
They're a samurai warrior.
Why the bear has like the Gundam hat.
No.
That's kind of
Don't
goofy.
know why bear.
I don't think we've done Aurora Fang for a little bit.
Is that a mare or a stallion? It looks like a stallion.
I think it's a stallion, but it looks like a mare.
Okay, as long as there's at least one mare. That looks like a wolf.
It's marish.
What's that other one? Is
That'll be up to you.
I'm gonna go with that's a mare, so it's okay.
Okay, so all right. We'll head over. Yeah, because I don't. Yeah, we'll head over there because I don't think we've done that for a little bit. I almost said quack. I hit it anyway. Oh, actually off topic, but still kind of on topic. Do you guys get charged for air at the servo if you fill your tires?
It depends.
It depends on the place, but we have a pump at home. We have I have one. It's a super old one, but like I think it's like 70 years old. But it's an old pump that we can just plug in and get air from. But yeah, some are free, some aren't. Kind of depends on the place. Thank you to Soy Wolf for I think it was it 4 months of subs, and thank you to Derps456 for the raid. 8 people, appreciate it. Most places have coin-operated air compressors. It just depends. I've been to plenty of places that have free air, and then other places that don't. So it just depends on where you stop. But most of the time, if you stop somewhere, you're not going to go somewhere else if it only costs you a quarter.
I think most people at this point just have their own eventually. You get their own. It's not like you can keep them in your car and hook them into your.
Yeah, but we have the one at home. It's free.
I have one in your car.
Oh no, but this one's always hooked up. There's a tube and it runs all the way to the bottom of the driveway. It's there. Use it.
Use my thing that I got.
But anyways, I gotta go. So I'll see you guys on Friday and have a good one.
Bye bye.
I think we'll have to read the ad break.